want to. Anyway, if people are listening, if anybody's there, this is going to be it's going to be an engagement into the technical wild west. We've never done this shit before. Don't know how it's going to work, so bear with us. There may be some audio problems, as well as a host of other ones. But ultimately, what we're hoping to do is a wee hour's chittity chat. Which right now, I don't even know if it's happening. Looks like it is. I don't think it could be. Right, okay, so something's happening. Something is happening, folks. There we go. Right, just while Crossman tries to come in, let me do a wee make check. Yeah, apart from that stupid ass fucking shit I need. Right, so, oh shit. Where's my sunglasses, man? It's Scotland. Baby, of course I need my sunglasses. Right, but I think I can relax. Oh shit, I need to look at my phone because I think I turned off my fucking YouTube notifications. No, but it was meant to be sending me the notifications for my WhatsApp, which is on this screen, not that screen, so that's all good. Right, so technically speaking, I can bring folk in. I want to without anybody seeing who I'm bringing in. Right, so this is going to be the who's it going to be? The BFG. Shit, I'm there. No, I'm not there. I'll get the YouTube app opened. My picture's there, so it can't be there. Rick's no answering. Good. That's going to get me copyright striked. Oh, there we go. Yo, bud. Right, I get nothing through the boob tubes, but I'm sitting here with you on my WhatsApp, which is getting broadcasted. How did you know? Did you know? This is where the head fucks me, mate. I know that I'm live through my OBS, but I don't know if I'm live through the app. I don't know if we're speaking through the app or we're just speaking on WhatsApp. Is this confusing people? Right, check your chat. Hold on, I'll check your channel, man, and see if there's anything live on. Right, good. Why the fuck am I not on my phone then? Can you send me a link on the WhatsApp again? Yeah, hold on. Because I know this sounds mega confusing because it is, but I think we're broadcasting. I think we're live streaming on 2 different streams, man. Right, hold on, I got that one, bud. I got that. Right, so let me click on this, and then I should get you through my phone, in theory. There we go. Right, so there we go. Now, as I said, buddy, this is sound, as bizarre as this sounds, I'm live streaming this. I must be live streaming it twice. Am I live streaming it? Is this live stream on my channel as well? Don't even fucking know, man. Sounds about right, bud. Sounds about right. You know what? It doesn't matter. I can't really tell. I know that the live stream I set up is live, but I don't. Right, hold on. Can I push any buttons to live streams? Oh no, there we go. Join. Asking to join. Right, hold on. There was a big blue button telling me to do some shit. Right. That should help matters, I'm pretty sure. Fucking hell. Technology, mate. Tech fucking knowledge. One step forwards and fucking 43 fucking 0.9 steps back. Why is that just telling me to... Oh my god, man. I think the fucking Chinese have fucking broke my system. Why the hell's that not? Waiting for host. Mate, I think there's a button on your end that you need to push to let me in. I know we can hear each other, but I think there might be a button your end that wasn't obvious until I pushed the button my end, if you get me. Oh, there we go. Sorry, can't do this. The host has not responded. Right. You've not responded to me, man. Me, this is me. No, but the fucked up thing is there's a fucking live record of this fucking shit going down. It's real funny, man. This is pickling my fucking nut. Hey, hold on, can I even... Right. What am I thinking about? I'll do that and then I can stick that camera on. No, but I can't because my camera's on in WhatsApp. Oh, this is pickling my fucking brain. Right. I'll follow that last. Right. Join. Right. Now your app should be asking you to let me in, I'm assuming. Compop. As me as so right, let me see. Mike and Dick. Do you know what I've just realised? People can't even hear your fucking... People can't even hear your audio. There, people on my... Aye, can hear your audio now. Right, it just sorted that. So, mate, worst comes to the worst, we can abandon the fucking app thing. Just go straight onto WhatsApp. Stick it up that way, man.
Yeah, I reckon that might be the way to do it, you know.
Well, until we sort it out for next time.
I think we should have worked this out before. We thought it was going to be that easy. I think.
It would have made sense. Right, what I'm seeing, right, is it looks like I'm asking to add you to the call, and then it's not getting a response and just kick mute after a while.
Yeah, you see, I have to end the stream to send you the link, which is it's not acceptable. But I don't.
No. Here's the thing, Crossman. I don't know if you're rocking an Android. You don't need to end the line. You don't need to end the stream. You just need to pause it in the sense, you know, that wee square button.
Right.
It will pause everything, but it will allow you to go into your WhatsApp and send what you need to send.
Right.
If you get me. So I want to hear you for like whatever 10, 20. Look there, I just got that shit, man. Right, so let me open it up on my phone.
I'm live, and that's the link, I think, to join my live.
Right. Oh, I can see you live. It's so weird. So you are live. So how the fuck do I fucking join? Right, hold on. Join chat. Join chat. Live chat is on. Chat filter. Report. I'm not. Dislike. Right. Captions unavailable. It looks like I'm in here, mate. Oh, hold on. Am I in here?
I'll know when you're in because you join my screen. We'll be like sort of I'll be on the top or the bottom, and you'll be on the other.
I don't take that the wrong way, man.
Well, yeah.
But let's have. Now my audio's just changed. Mate, let me see. Is this going to work for me? I can see you, but I can't see me, and I'm trying to fucking be there. But oh shit! No, it's moved me on to another one. Can you hear me? Oh, fuck. Right. WhatsApp is the way, man. See, for the purposes of things fucking working properly right now, WhatsApp is going to have to be the way for the next hour, bud, I think.
Just lift it. When we're done, I'll lift it and put it on mine. That's fine. That's the way to do it, because at least we know we're doing it, don't
we? Yeah, practice makes perfect and all that shit. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, Crossman were talking shite the other night, man, and said we'd rattle up a wee podcast and whatnot.
Well, everyone's doing it, aren't they?
Well, fucking everybody's dog and fucking cats get a fucking podcast nowadays, man.
You can't be an Illuminati shill if you haven't got a podcast going. Do you know that? Don't?
Well, it seems that way, doesn't it, bud? Seems that way. Here's a wee second and I can rattle out these. There we go, right? There's your cam, there's my cam. I don't know, can you... Oh, honestly, it gets me confused. Can you see me, bud, on WhatsApp?
I can, yeah, you're on my screen.
Right, good shit, man. Well, that's working to a certain extent. Although you look bigger than me and I don't like that.
Well, not to worry. I probably am. In every dimension.
Well,
people, this is my first part of cider. This I've had a cider to start. Yeah, so I'm stone cold sober for once.
Well, get time. We've said an hour. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I bet we'll be on about 2:30 in the morning.
You're back. What did you say? You're back on work at 2:30?
No, I said I bet we'll be fucking talking in about 5 hours.
Aye. That makes sense, mate.
If it gets going, I don't know if you can have a time limit on a podcast. I don't think that's how Joe Rogan does it, is it?
I just think if the shit's flowing, man, shit's fucking flowing. And that's the beauty about podcasts. It ain't got that scheduled start here, stop there. It's more about the fucking journey you take on the conversation between different.
Well, I've been listening to Vladimir's interview with Tucker Carlson on fast speed.
Fill me in, mate, because I'm a bit behind.
I didn't get far into it, but it basically where I got up to it, a right load of crap, really, so far. But maybe it will get better.
See the bit that I started on, right? Which, funnily enough, was the start. It's when he started bouncing into all the history of Ukraine and all that. And I'll be honest with you, I was like a pig in shite because I love that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't it mean that I fucking like him or love him or anything? I just love that kind of... I just love history, man. What can you say? History's fucking beautiful.
Well, there's a banging... he's like... I don't know his name because there's too many names, isn't there? Like, but in this... in this video, he was saying that you can compare Ukraine and Russia war to like Scotland and England, and I thought it sounds about right to me. Like.
It's
Because really, they're the same country on some level, aren't they? In a way,
mate. I don't want to dissolve it down to the fucking a simple meme to throw away, right? But it's divide and conquer, innit?
well, it's money, isn't it?
Well, Ukraine's a big fucking money maker, fucking economic wise.
The neocons are all making bread. That's why I can see them pushing us to war with Russia down the line. I really can. Fucking can see it. I hope not.
I hope not either, mate. I hope it's all this mutually assured fucking destruction.
Saber rattling.
Mate,
Let's hope that's what it is.
Worst case scenario, we're going to get nuked. Best case scenario, it's people swinging their dicks to make money. Right, I'm going to take the best case scenario, man. And even if that best case scenario still sticks in your throat like a fucking cunt swinging their dick, you know what I mean? It's better than getting nuked to death. And I kind of like to think that if you look at all the people who are swinging their dicks, typically they all come for the same fucking click, bang, place. So they're not going to kill each other. They just want to be the most powerful dick in town.
I think I could see them like letting a couple off, you know, just to show us all.
Mate, have they not already done that with the Japs, man? That was some serious fucked up shit. How they managed to fucking...
Nah, they were miniature bombs then, weren't they, when you look back?
Well, it was the early technology. But it shows you, like, what the fuck were they fucking thinking when they done that? Seriously? That was just to go like that, boom to the world, man.
That is boys with their toys, isn't it?
It shows you it can be done, mate. That's what scares me.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That was to show the world, wasn't it? Look, wasn't really about Japan, that. Japan was about to settle, weren't they, really, in reality? It was just to show the world. It was to show Russia, wasn't it? Look, we've got this technology.
I believe, mate, it was a signal saying that we've got this and we're prepared to use it. And then, how in time they've managed to dress that up is like the fucking warriors of freedom and hope and all that shit. Good job. They've done a superb fucking job when they just went in and literally nuclear fucking nuked a whole country into submission because all the cunts were so loyal to the emperor. And back in Japan, back in World War II, heat, space, those motherfuckers were more loyal. That's how you had all your kamikaze. You didn't get any Western kamikaze pilots. They'd have fucking flew to the next fucking country, went, hey, Aggie up.
Listen, Kip, you know them kamikaze pilots were actually chained with padlocks into the cockpits. You know that, don't you?
I've not heard that one before, mate, but I could believe it.
Apparently true. That is the truth, that. So once they'd gone up, they couldn't land anyway, so they might as well do the target.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it, bud? It makes sense.
Yeah. So they didn't really want it. They didn't want to do it. It was like they were forced. But like the Japanese are like insects, aren't they? Right. It was Truman, wasn't it, the president at that time? And Truman was a bit of a nutter,
don't take that out of context. Did you say the Japanese are like fucking insects or something?
No, but you know, like that's what they're like. They're like a hive mind, aren't they? The Chinese are the same, aren't
they? I get exactly what you're saying, man. You could say they're more communal than us. Some would say communist.
Definitely.
You know
Definitely. That you've hit the nail on the head. And that's what one of the things Vladimir was saying. He said, like the left hand side of the brain and the right hand side of the brain, right, are the problems, and that's the world, and like they're one side of the brain, and the West is the other side of the brain. I've been saying that for years. The people in Russia now, they've got a communist mentality because it's inherited, isn't it?
Crossman, I'm going to agree and then blow your mind, hopefully at the same time, right? Because I get what you're talking about. We were even talking about the shift of the Ark of the Covenant, which you could say is the seat of power for fucking east to west, and it continues to do that shit, right? But it depends when you're on the world, what is east and what is west. And for us, because we're ignorant British fucks, we fucking Greenwich Mean Time, centre Earth, we're the fucking centre of the universe, motherfuckers. And we don't understand it's where you're standing on the planet, what's east and what's west. Do you know what I mean? It's perspective. It's like, I remember back in the day, mate, at Abu Siffin cunt, and he's watching a fucking rocket, right? And it was so funny. The guy couldn't perceive in his mind how a rocket that was going up into space looked like it was coming over his head. If that made sense. He couldn't perceive, like, because the rocket's going that way, doesn't mean it's going that way. It's where you are on the planet as it spins and all that jazz. You know, it's even, I can't even explain it, but I understand it a wee bit. It's like me, I remember being...
Like, when you look at them sending rockets to the moon, they look like they're going sideways, don't they?
So that's all the wires and shit, mate.
Right. I think we need to just. I need to point something out quickly, right? It's dead quick. This in one of Hitler's speeches, he said, "Your children will never be free." Right. Now we would find that scary, but in World War II Germany, they looked at that as a good thing. Because it meant they'd never be peasants or vagabonds wandering around. They'd have a job.
They would have a socialist society. Yes. A nationalist socialist society.
Yeah. This is interesting. National socialism is an oxymoron. Because socialism, socialism really is a worldwide organisation. It's not, you can't have national socialism. It's an oxymoron.
I understand what you mean, mate, but that's when two powers collide. Or power. Fuck, it's when let's just use fucking little Adolf as a fucking prototype, right? So you get little Adolf that loves the fucking German people, right? He's all on board with the Teutonic Knights, who are on board with fucking the Catholic Church, right? Go and look at the Teutonic Knights.
The German Templar.
Same thing, mate. Aye, it was
they founded the first people going to Israel. Did you know that?
I've never heard that exact thing, but it doesn't surprise me.
I've sent you 2 videos, and you've not watched them.
No.
I was trying to get you up to speed.
They were. I know for a fact they were ball deep in all this shit. Some would say the Teutonic Knights came after the initial fucking rise of the Hospitallers and the Templars, and they grew a Germany. Where it was, some would say it was early Protestantism, right? Which spread. I just think it's more complicated than we'll ever know. Like, it's guys swinging their dicks wrapped up in gangsterism. And the gangsterism back in that day was your knights, your knights that would swear a fucking oath to the main man, and then they would get fucking team-handed and fucking justify what they're doing in the name of Christ. That typically meant...
Listen, stop. Just let me say, the German Templar colonies in Palestine were the settlements established in Ottoman Palestine and the Mandatory Palestine for the German Pietist Templar movement. Now, in 1933, there's an hotel in Israel, and it's flying swastika flags outside it.
Mate, I watched. I'm exaggerating a wee bit here, right? But it can't be more than a month ago that I watched the GGs. You know what the GGs is, doesn't it? That translates the horses.
You're right.
I was watching the horses, right, and it's fucking it's hailing for somewhere in India, some fucking place I have no idea where the fuck it is. Mate, all the fucking horse riders are bouncing about with the old fucking swastika on their back, man. You should see some of the symbols you're getting with the horse riders, man, and they're all hailing for houses of power for back in the day, who don't recognise the flags of nations. They recognise flags of houses, but not the flags of nations. So us peasants that fucking bow down to fucking, rule fucking Britannia, rule Scotland, rule England, whatever. The rest of them are all fucking bowing down to the flags, the colours that are getting flown by houses, powerful houses who... That's what I think's going on anyway, and very powerful houses that are still fucking in and about and all that shit. Horse racing's a good place to start, man. It's what do they call it? The sport of kings. That's what they call it, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. It's not even big money, mate. The Queen has horses. The King has horses. That's the sport that they play with. Polo and fucking.
You don't believe the Queen is dead, do you? You're not that stupid, are you?
Oh, come on, mate. She was what? She was 90 or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, I'm pulling your leg.
No, I get you, mate. I get you. But like, she was in her 90s, wasn't she, man? She'd be doing well.
Yeah, she did. Well, I think she was 94 once. I think.
She fucking done a good innings. I'll tell you what, though. I don't think it's too long till we have King Billy on the wall, mate. King Billy on the wall.
Charles, they say Charles has got cancer now, they reckon.
Right, so let's say it was really... I heard... Well, that's what made me fucking think of King Billy's on the wall, mate. Who's next in charge? King William, a.k.a. Billy. Yeah, King Billy's on the wall.
I don't want to be a royalist, but I think William will be a better king, to be honest. I've got a feeling he'll be a lot better.
He's more
I think you'll see... I think you'll see the monarchy dismantle itself over the next 50 years, to be honest, on some level.
I could believe that, mate.
Yeah. Believe that. It's a dying outfit, isn't it? But the swastika was a common symbol all over the world, wasn't it, before the Nazis?
Still to this day, it's a very common symbol in Hinduism. It's inverted. Sometimes it's inverted. It's a sun symbol.
Sanskrit. That's Sanskrit. It's the wheel of life. It's the 4 seasons. You know, summer, autumn, winter. That's what it actually is, and they're all gods if you go back far enough.
Well, true, mate. Fucking true.
Look at what letter is the swastika? They're all L's, aren't they? El Shaddai, Elohim, gods. They're all L's. They're opposing forces, aren't they?
Sorry, mate. I was just pushing some buttons on the fucking live stream. But it's like the script that I've heard at points is the Nazis took the sun symbol, right, which is typically like
it's a sun symbol.
And inverted it.
Absolutely.
And if you invert the light, it turns into the dark. But that's when you get into all the esoteric shit about the Nazis.
Right, Kip, do you believe that the National Socialists back then thought that they were evil? They thought there was a force for good, didn't they?
Mate, they were backed by the Vatican.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you speak to a real Nazi, he thinks he's right, doesn't he?
Oh no, I agree with you, mate. Aye, well, that's the idea behind ideology. You need to sell that to some cunt so that they think that their shit don't stink. You know what I mean? That's the whole idea. That's the dangerous thing about cunts that can manipulate people. Because you can fucking convince motherfuckers that your shit don't stink when it does. And then if you convince some cunt your shit doesn't stink, boom.
Look at the politics right now in the UK. You've got an Asian Prime Minister who's getting tough on illegal immigrants.
Here, hold on, mate. He's no Asian, he's fucking Romulan, right?
Well, yeah, probably. He's
Vulcan. He's fucking more Romulan. I think I'm getting that species right for fucking Star Trek, but he definitely looks more like a Star Trek character than fucking any fucking Tom, Dick, and Chimera. I don't know. I think
you know what he looks like to me? He looks like a brown royal.
Roland Rat, mate. Think of him as Roland Rat because he's got those big, stupid, fucking sticky out ears, and then just go.
Do you reckon he's in the bloodline or what?
Yeah, well, you don't get into those like positions, or you don't get those opportunities to raise to those positions. Because I'm not somebody who subscribes to it's like it's all prefixed, right? And what I mean by that, mate, is it's no like that cunt's born, he's going to be top dog, because politics is politics. It's basically like it's like the rats fighting over the cheese that falls off the table. It's not really any decision making, I believe. But the people who do end up in those positions, like they're obviously like fucking like they're public school boys, man. They've went through the system and they know how to fucking. That's why Scotland is so overrepresented in politics, left, right, and centre. We've got our whole squad up here, and we still dominate fucking the rest of England with our politics, man. You can't escape it. And it doesn't matter what fucking your what name, what fucking accent you've got. But if you're fucking bouncing about with Tony Blair, David Cameron, and Gordon Brown at the fucking time when shit's getting down, you're like, who are these families, man? It doesn't take that much of your research, right? And you'll find out.
Do you remember when Gordon Brown sold off the gold?
He get bumped rotten, man. I think when as soon as they sold it off, the price fucking tripled or something, didn't he? It was pretty much
the worst deal in UK history, man.
People can argue it was selling off. It was the expression selling off the family jewels. You know, it literally was selling off the family. It was like pawning It was like pawning your shit. But obviously, like, he was in on it. If that makes any sense. I mean, I'd be surprised if he didn't make a pretty fucking Polly Pocket out of that shit. And then as soon as, well, listen to this, mate. You had Tony Blair, right? Tony Blair, like, how many millions of deaths can you lay at his door for your lies? You had Gordon Brown, sold off the fucking gold. And then you had David Cameron, whose family hotel just miraculously, spontaneously combust right up the locks of Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. Like, these motherfuckers don't fuck around, right? And you don't fuck around that way when you don't know if you don't have any clue what the decision's going to be. But who knows? Just talking shit. But these motherfuckers look fucking very secure in their decisions and their lies. Well,
they're all backed by the Bank of England, aren't they? Let's have it right.
Mate, we get rid of David Cameron and now it's fucking bounced back. It's fucking Foreign Affairs Minister. It's fucking Lord Cameron. You like a fucking ding dong the witches. Ding dong. Ding dong, the witch is still fucking alive, man. How many times do you need to put a stakey in this cunt's fucking heart? Kill the fucker. Motherfucker's still out there, mate, and he looks like a fucking piece of sliced ham. This fucking David Cameron looks like sliced ham. And I don't know about you, I don't trust people that look like sliced meat.
He's got good skin.
And gets the slapper on his face he gets for his mob before he goes out onto the podium like that. Boom. Getting slapped around like that.
Maybe Jungle Surfer was right all along and he's a woman.
Oh, nah,
you never see him with a beard ever.
You do get folks like that though, bud. That doesn't mean that he's no sliced ham. I still prefer my theory that he's a piece of sliced ham over that he's a woman.
Do you know what he did though when he left? Well, he went to America, didn't he? And he advised a big, massive business, and he fucking bankrupted it.
It doesn't surprise me, mate. But do you know what? Yeah. He probably done that shit that the people that play the market. You can bet on some content shit.
The representatives of the Cayman Islands and all that, aren't they? Offshore tax havens. That's what this country is.
Mate, that's how politicians make their dough. They suck their cock. They suck the cock while they're in positions of power. manipulate a few things here, a wee percentage there, a wee percentage there, which makes people a lot of money. Then when they're fucking released for public services, they fucking call it, they get scooped up by the fucking corporate fucking whores that pay them all. So look at Tony Blair, man. The Tory he's been making. That cunt's a mass murderer by anybody's standards. Liar and mass murderer. And he gets paraded
but you know what Tony Blair said? You know what Tony Blair said, don't you? He said, according to the information I'd received off the Secret Services, but the Secret Services said this is only a rough outline. We're not saying it's a fact. But Tony Blair did not tell that to people because he was up George Bush's ass, wasn't
he? Mate, you know the scripts. These people, the people that end up there, they're better than lawyers. They're lawyers on steroids. So they will stand there. The favourite thing I hear them saying, I cannot recollect the word I can't even say.
Socialists are so eager to take you to war. Right, they're more eager than the capitalists, aren't they, if you've noticed? Tony Blair had about fucking 4 wars on the go, didn't he, in his little reign?
Right, true. Was it more than his predecessor? Aye, that's the one.
Well, Margaret Thatcher only had one conflict. And it was was it Argentina? What was it called?
Falklands.
Oh, God.
No. Maggie Thatcher had a fucking finger in the Iraqi pie early days. Because it was during Rumsfeld and all, and this was even pre-Bush, mate, before Tony Blair and all that shit. Remember?
The Falklands War.
Right, that was what, late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. But also, that was at the point when you had Gaddafi doing the fucking that thing in Scotland. How can I forget?
Oh yeah, you're on about the bombing, the plane that crashed.
The plane blew it up, man. At the same time, now think of this in context. At the same time, you had Rumsfeld, who was turned out to be George W. Bush's gimp, shaking hands with Saddam Hussein on a fucking arms deal. So Saddam Hussein smacked fuck out the Iranians. Mate, there was a good couple of million dead in that war, the Iraq-Iranian war. Saddam won it because of all the weapons he was getting for the West. And then fucking the West fucking turned around and went, Saddam, we don't like you anymore. You've got hundreds of weapons. The guy's like, I know what you fucking sold them to me, you dicks. And like nobody can even turn round and fucking, well, no, everybody, a lot of people can. But it's like, it's Machiavellianism in it, man. It's just understanding what the fuck is going on, man. And that's what went on, man. The West used Saddam as a fucking gimp to smack fuck out of Iran back in the day. He did do that. Smashed Iran back to the Stone Age at that point. And then the West turned around and went, oh, hold on, this guy's got a good bit of power and hundreds of weapons. We best take care of that. And then that happened and so on and so forth, if you want to take it fair.
Right. Well, here we go. Here's Donald Rumsfeld. There are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown knowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know. Clever guy, though. Fucking clever guy, him, you know.
Mate, that's what would you call that? A Chinese fucking finger trap, wouldn't you, man? The second you try and understand what you're saying there, your head goes to mush like that. What? It's very cleverly put together. As stupid as it sounds, what happens after you listen to that? 99 times you're fucking laughing and going like that. Because it's basically just shitting in the mouth for people that want the truth.
Well, he wrote all. What he used to do was like, if he had any ideas, he used to write them down, didn't he? You see, and they were called Donald Rumsfeld's rules. He did them in a book, you know, and like they're all logical ways of thinking. But in reality, right, you've got to remember, When right, well, this goes to right. I better shut up. Right, you've got to remember that war with the Middle East is a handy tool, isn't it? Because you've got to keep them down, haven't you? You see, because they'll rise up, won't they? Like an Islamic army if you're not careful, won't they?
Well, think about what that. Oh fuck, what's his name? That General Wesley Clark said. Right, all those countries was either 8 countries in 5 years, something like that. Right, he didn't say we're going to take over these countries. What the fuck was it he said? We're going to take care of these countries. Aye, like if you can't beat a country, you fuck it up. If you're getting worried about it. Right, like if somebody's starting to swing their dick and going like that, or they're becoming a threat, if you can't invade them, you fuck them up. I mean, this ain't like a fucking this isn't a fucking out the left ball fucking idea or how to conduct warfare. It's a known fucking tactic. Starve them out, fucking cut off their munitions, X, Y, and Z, cut off their water, so on and so forth. If you can't beat them, it's no join them. You just fuck them up.
Do you know what Alexander the Great? Do you know what Alexander the Great used to do?
Oh, tell me, mate, because I'm just after getting into some of his shit.
He used to like right. Say you was a soldier and an enemy, he'd cut your hands off. You couldn't yield a sword then, could you? Didn't kill you, just cut your hands off.
Must have left that out the fucking shit that I was listening to, but for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, are you watching the Netflix Alexander the Great?
Aye, that's where I've died.
You might be better watching like a YouTube documentary on him, really, to be honest.
Well, mate, everywhere's got a starting place, and I don't watch Netflix.
Oh yeah, Netflix. Yeah, it's quite decent. It gets you interested. It makes you go and look more into it, doesn't it?
Well, the Templar shit that we were talking about earlier on, they mention I was fucking spitting venom with the. It's good when it gets you that way, right? Because it does spur you on to fucking look into shit. But it's also like you're like, oh, how can anybody portray that without? But the stuff they were talking about is like when the Templars started getting kicked out, the Knights Templars started getting kicked out. They didn't mention on Scotland's status at the time. They didn't mention that Scotland to this day still the only country in the world who didn't confiscate the Templar property when the Pope demanded it. I'd say for obvious reasons, but it was because obviously because the Pope in Scotland weren't getting on at the time. So his decree meant fuck all. Mate, the Templars...
That's how we got nationhood, wasn't it? It was when King Henry decided not to pay his tithes to Rome, wasn't it? That you actually became a country. That was the formation of England, if you like. Because before that, because Catholicism is a socialist construct, you know that, don't you?
Mate, you can say it's national socialism. You can say it's national socialism, but the nation's Christendom.
It's international socialism because it wasn't that long ago when everyone was Roman Catholic, weren't they? All over the world, apart from the little outback bits, like.
It was Christendom, man, and it was Protestantism and the Reformation that they started up that, and the ability to some cunt grabber boys and that book and go, here, I don't need you, prick, to interpret that book for me. I'm going to interpret it for myself. But that was all off.
Yeah, but King James said, give them the Bible. So that, normal people could read it. And before that, they didn't really want your average little dickhead to read the Bible, did they? They wanted it to be the priest reading it in Latin to you.
Well, exactly, mate. It was a monopoly. It was a deliberate monopoly. If you controlled... Let's say the fucking Bible is the word of God, right? So if you've got some motherfucker standing up there saying, like, you can't read it because the education there to learn Latin wasn't there, so you couldn't read the book. Because every Bible was in fucking Latin. And it was King James who changed that.
Full spectrum control, isn't it, if you can do that?
Well, just think of people's headspaces, mate. Look at us now, right? You convince some cunt that you fucking know the ins and outs of the Illuminati. You can control fucking a certain demographic on boob tubes nowadays. Back then, it was like full spectrum control. I mate, I get exactly what you mean. A full spectrum control in the sense that there is some cunt telling you what God is saying. I mean, that's what I don't believe in. I don't believe in that at all. There's no cunt on this planet who God is speaking to more or less than me. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it, right? And I'm happy for other motherfuckers to believe it. It's no more
believe what you want. I believe you should let people believe what they want, but you should also, they should respect it when you try and kick the little ivory tower down, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I love ancient religions a lot better than our fucking monotheism. Because our monotheism's like fucking cunts just with all sticks saying there is only one God and my God is the real one. Whereas back in the day it was like, hey, they had fucking gods of the foreskin, gods of the toenail, gods of the toe. I'm exaggerating a wee bit, but they had gods for everything, man. And if they didn't, they would make a new one up.
Monotheism is still the same as the old religions, because the old religions still had a hierarchy, but they changed the lower gods into archangels and stuff, didn't they? And blah blah blah.
Well, fine. I get where you're coming from, mate. Right, but let's take your average modern conception of religion. Right, it puts one man on one fucking thing on top and says that's it. Right, back in the day, man, that thing would be getting fucking shifted up, and not only that, the demigods would come down and fuck you, and all that. You know, you would get all these beautiful goddesses that the guys would fuck, and the guys would come down and fuck all the, you know, so you'd end up with all these demigods, and then these demigods would enter into the mythology, and they would become gods themselves in a certain way because they were demigods. And
well, that's why Mary's always depicted with a you know, like what they call the hijab, you know, like the thing on her head. You know, like what Asians were.
Headscarf.
And even Jewish women, they all wear a wig to not show the real hair. Did you know that? True, that. It's absolutely true.
No, I think I've clocked that a wee bit, mate.
They're scared that they're going to make the angels come down and, you know, like the Nephilim and all that.
You're going to see their red hair.
Wake up. It's insane.
You're going to see their red hair and take them away.
They're all dying of vitamin D deficiency, aren't they, in these Arab countries, the women?
I've never heard that one, man, but my funniest stat, because it's not funny at all, but it makes me cackle. We have the highest rates of what do you call it, skin cancer are in place in the world, right? And the highest places is Australia and Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah.
For obvious fucking reasons, man. They're getting plowed with fucking white cunts that can't survive in desert-like conditions.
But vitamin D deficiency causes cancer as well, doesn't it?
I think it causes more skin cancer than vitamin D deficiency does in Australia and Jerusalem. But it just shows you, man, when everybody's trying to claim this is our place, this is our homeland, we're all fucking mongrels. See, genetically speaking, man, if you want to break it fucking down, we're all fucking mongrels, man. You could rip your genes apart, mate, rip my genes apart, and find all sorts of shit in there,
Absolutely.
Man. No problem, man. And I have no problem with it.
The early Sumerians were depicted with blue eyes, weren't they?
Oh, well, that was the hinky bee, man. Blonde hair, blue eyes back in the day, man.
So that goes back to the Aryans, doesn't it? That's what I'm saying. We are all Jews in the West. All white people are really Jews.
I hear you with that. It's the 12 tribes and all that shit, mate.
We are the Jews, the white people.
Do you know who would agree with you, mate? Robert the Bruce in the Declaration of Arbroath.
It's a fact.
Now, Prince Charles who's related to Robert the Bruce, anytime he comes into Scotland, has to fly Robert the Bruce's the Royal Banner. Go and read the Declaration of Arbroath. Pretty sure it wasn't written by Robert the Bruce, but it was his shit at the time. And let him tell you where the Scots came from. We fucking... But aye, it's my lineage, I suppose. Killed the Scots, killed the Picts, drove out the English. And this is whether Robert the Bruce is lying or not, I don't know. But this
they did a DNA thing on the Welsh, didn't they? And found out that they was descended from, I'm guessing,
Genghis Khan.
We're all descendants of Genghis Khan, apparently, aren't we?
We've all got a bit of Genghis in us, man, because he was
we've all got
and shit, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, mate. We're all mongrels. And at some point in history, we've been caught in a wee genetic bubble, if you want to call it that. So the white or the brown or the fucking this or the that is fucking dominated, if you want to say that. No, that anything's better. It's just been the way it's went.
Northern Spain, the Welsh. They've found a load of Welsh DNA, like, is descends from Northern Spain.
Makes sense, mate. Portugal's one of Britain's, especially Rule Britannia's, longest standing ally, and that goes all the way back to when Rule Britannia and the Spanish Empire were facing off.
Yeah, but the Spanish were conquered by the Moors, which were African Muslims, weren't they?
Spain was Muslim for a good time, mate. Aye.
Yeah, but they were African Muslims.
Black cunts, aye. Oh, right.
That's why. That is why. When you look at Italian people, they've all got black DNA in them.
Aye, man. Well, no, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing.
It's the truth, apparently, it's the truth. It's the truth.
No, I get you, man. But what I'm saying is, like, when I put it into my simpleton mind, I just see it as a colour chart of the world, right? If you get me, in the sense that if genetically speaking, you're for the hotter parts, you have fucking skin that's more fucking capable of dealing with that hot shit. And if you're the fucking cunts that fucking want to Casper the Ghost motherfuckers that want to hang about with the polar bears, you get this colour of skin. And it's all about that simple thing that how black and white reflect light differently.
They've done studies that claim that, like, after 10,000 years of living in a colder climate, you actually go whiter to get more vitamin D. See?
Yeah, that would make sense, mate. It's your body adapting, innit?
So it's where you're from on the planet. Like Chinese, they have double eyelids, don't they? Did you know that? Because of the way that the sun.
Right, hold on. I need to hear this shit. They've got double eyelids, mate.
Look at Eskimos.
Are you sure you're no fucking watching David Icke lizard videos?
No,
for the
no. I get all my information off Google. So it's got to be true.
It's got to be. Well, mate, I'm convinced now. So what is it, Eskimos? No Eskimos. What we said? Who's got double eyelids? Are you taking the piss?
Well, the Orientals have like a double eye. They're not a double eyelid, but you know that's why they have the slanted shaped eyes, if you can say that. And that's because of the direction that the sun comes onto the planet from that area on the planet.
Oh no, mate, you've lost me now. But I'm loving this fucking theory, man. Right, are you like? Now we're talking about slanty. Are you drawing me a picture, man? Fuck 'em.
Asian eyes are slanted, round, monolid, brown dark, but like it's because of the way that the sun comes in. That's what we are. Where you descend from is like what dictates your colour of your skin.
I get that. I get the theory, mate. I've just never heard it fucking about this slanty eye
certain shape. eyelids in certain shapes and stuff. Well, it doesn't matter now because we all live in houses, don't we?
Very true. Very true, man.
But if you go back 10,000 years, we didn't, well, maybe more, but like, you know,
no,
we were all like,
periods
that's
of history.
where all these things come from. Like Asian women can be very hairy, can't they? Have you ever noticed that?
I was going to say a very inappropriate joke. Do you know Asian women? Do you know Asian women?
Hey, you got to be careful. Got to be careful what you say, Kit.
Nah, I think I'll get away with this. Do you know Asian women's fannies open this way, mate?
Sideways.
Mate, it's a toilet humour fucking joke, man. It really is.
That's what they used to say about Chinese, wasn't it? And that's what I mean. Like black men. I know it's whatever you want to say, like, but the people. I'm not saying they all have big dicks, but like quite a lot of them apparently have big dicks, don't they? And Asians have small dicks, don't they? Apparently.
Well, I cannot confirm or deny, but I'll talk.
Apparently true, though, isn't it? Mate, we're in the middle, aren't we? I think white people are in the middle there, aren't we? We're in the middle, aren't we?
I'll talk about my worldly experience, right? I can still remember it to this day, man. In Glasgow Royal, man, fucking after my wee boy was born, right? So you're fucking like you're hyper fucking. Anyway, the longer the short of it, man, the midwife, and there was a wee boy next to us who happened to be black. And I can't remember how she said it, but she even commented on it. Oh, fucking hell, he's got a dick like that. You know, I don't think she put it as bluntly as I did. Right? Because it was all said, you know, in a maternity ward fucking friendly family environment. And, like, I don't know, man. Racism only fucking really exists if you focus on it, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's just human beings interacting and having a fucking giraffe. Right.
Well, it's more. I think it's more cultural differences, isn't it? My mum lives in a very wealthy sort of like part of where she lives. It's got plenty of brass around it, and her next door neighbour is passed away now. Like, but he was a Pakistani man. But guess what? He was a heart surgeon, so he was all right. You see? Do you get what I mean when I say that?
No, hold on, mate. I just get disfocused with somebody talking about Hampstead cover-up, right, which, like, start a channel and do your shit. You're welcome, but I can't be asked wasting my time on fuck it. Like,
it was a load of crap, that. Absolute crap. I did videos on it.
It was bullshit. Mate, let's not even go into that sewer pipe, mate. Because there's a lot of fucking
right. Let me close it down quickly. You can't have a little town where every fucker in it is a Satanist. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, all the teachers, all the police, all the firemen.
I've heard that tune.
Bullshit, man. No, need to wake up if you believe that shit.
Right, but here's the thing, mate. Right, see all that shit. For some whatever reason, and I can't figure it out. I don't think you'll ever figure it out. I don't think anybody will ever figure it out.
It was an operation, wasn't it?
It makes old women who need HRT stat go fucking crazy. Right? With no fucking, and as soon as you get an old woman, or a fucking guy who thinks he's a woman, or a woman who thinks he's a guy, whoever, and they start going that fucking batshit crazy, they're not helping it. It's out of control. There's people losing their shit without even injecting any rhyme or reason, and people get carried away with that shit, mate. You've witnessed it fucking first hand.
Listen to this. Why do black men have big penises? I think the answer is simple. This is on Cora. I think the answer is simple. Blood flow, heat, and environmental adaptation. There you go.
See, that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit.
Happy days.
That's the kind of shit.
We've sussed it all out.
Mate, that's the kind of fucking conversations that should be getting done instead of fucking tearing people to shreds over fucking.
Can you imagine? Hey, can you imagine being a black guy with a little dick? Well, you must really feel bad, mustn't you?
No, well, here's a crazy thing for you. Right, know that I've seen many fucking black dudes' dicks, but have you ever seen a black dude with a small dick?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It must be really embarrassing if you're a black man with a little dick.
No, but then you would just have your big muscles.
She's waiting for you to get this big fucking thing out, and you're there with a little tidgy fucking ingrown penis.
Does cock envy stop you from having more threesomes than you should do in your life? No, I'm not. No, yet, mate. Fucking time's still fucking short, my friend. Fucking, what's his name? Fucking diehards on a fucking meteorite to Earth. Right now, he's signing us all off, man. Might as well fucking tick a few fucking boxes.
I'm trying to find the comment section on your video. Hey, we've got 78 views. We're going like a choo-choo train, aren't we?
You're joking. I live in watching live. That's fucking more than the average bear, man.
Yeah, we do it. We're going to be big. Hey, if we get big, Kit, we can make money. I challenged Tommy Robinson to an IQ test.
Did you never talk at me? Fucking hell. Do you know what it was, buddy? Right, I wound myself up because I found his YouTube, right? I know his YouTube, sorry, his Twitter, whatever it's called nowadays. And I was looking at it, right? Now, I'm under no illusions. It's not him posting this shit. At least I hope it's not. It's obviously
you never fucking know. You never know, mate. You never know.
It's either him or his PR fucking machine behind him, mate.
Stranger things have happened. I've had an American politician on my channel.
Mate.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't think what he was like, but he was used to comment like, and I checked him out, and he's an American fucking rah. It's like weird things on YouTube. You never know who's on to you, man. And
did all the links fucking make sense?
Yeah, it was all legit, man. It was weird.
Well, everything I could tell about this, mate, right? I was like fucking, I'd subbed up to his fucking his Twitter account, and the stuff that was coming out, I'm like, oh, come on, fuck, man, this is just getting ridiculous now, right? And one of them was like, I'm posting the average IQ of your average Pakistani, and then like you know, like tongue-in-cheek fucking banter. I was like, right, I want an IQ test off between your fucking your average Tommy Robinson fan and fucking your average Pakistani, because I know who would probably win, by the way.
I reckon he'd be running in at about 90.
Mate, the weird thing is, all these stupid cults started going, oh, why don't you take an IQ test? I'm like, no, about me. He's fucking, I'm challenging him. Have you
ever done an IQ test?
I have years ago, and I think I came out just below average. Certainly know what better smart.
I know Einstein. I think I come out at about 80 when I did it, so I'm a real thick cunt. I'm proud of it.
I can't remember the score. I would argue if there was a dyslexic fucking IQ test, I would might fucking put an extra wee few points on that. And I don't really gauge IQ as a fucking mate. He's sitting out there rocking about fucking your average fucking IQ, your average fucking Pakistani, right? And it like without no cunt uttering in their breath, education, food.
This was interesting. I thought this was funny. When Tommy Robinson was at the front of that parade and we were walking holding the thingy, and everyone was going, oh, Tommy, and you could see him, he was feeling it, like, you know, like, I thought there's a little bit of Adolf Hitler in you there, bro.
Mate, we're all capable of that shit, man.
Believe in the hype. Is believe in the hype, bro. That's what I'm saying.
We're all capable of that shit, man. Right? And anybody who fucking denies that or doesn't say that they've got that in you, I would say is like either naive or fucking a liar. Because see for that admiration, which by the way, in the grand scheme of things, is fuck all, buddy. Fuck all. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, if that cunt had any fucking popular support, he would be winning elections. End of. He's already shown his foreskin and said that he runs in that shit. So, like, more power to him if he ever gets.
He's a Zionist plant. He's a Zionist plant.
So what you think's a Zionist doing it, buddy? Well, is he a Zionist plant asking you how many people Jesus killed while telling you how bad?
Because the enemy of my the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I think he's getting manipulated, mate, for Jim Dawson.
Oh, yeah, well, no, but he's happy to be manipulated. He's had a free life, hasn't he?
He's making coin. He's bouncing about getting free Charlie left, right and centre. Every fucking football casual boozer up and down this country would welcome that motherfucker in like that. He would get a hero's reception, free booze, free drugs, fucking poontang dripping off his dick.
Yeah.
What's there not to like, mate? What's there not to like?
Never have to buy your own pint.
No, every cunt watch or something. Oh, this isn't to bounce about the football casual boozers. That's all he needs to do. And you know what I'm talking about, mate? There's 1,000,001 of them up and down the fucking whole of this country. You just need to go to the right pub.
He's only come back to England because he's run out of money.
I think it's because maybe the legal shit cleared up a wee bit as well.
Well, he were doing videos in Spain, and he was like on this hill, and he was saying like, well, basically like, thanks for all the support, like, but he's come back to get some more cash. The devils, the fucking devils. He turned up in Oldham, stirring it up in Oldham. The Asians that come to annoy him was from Bradford. I thought it's a complete setup.
Right, hold on, mate. You'll know more about boots on the ground about this shit. I've went over this to you before and I forgot it, mate, right? So excuse my ignorance. What I'm saying is, right, he's for fucking Luton, right? That's a fucking, that's a fucking, a snotter's worth for fucking London, right? So it's like little England just out aside of London, and then that cunt's running for fucking EU MP up there in your neck of the fucking wood, I'm fucking saying. And what I mean is he's no coming there for a fucking accident, because that used to be when the BNP got their councillor or whatever it was they got elected, that's where their homeland was, right? And that's what he's using, and that's what politics is about. And if he was such a nationalistic fucking, I want to save my people, fuck off back down to Luton. Why he can't? Because he would never get the support he does up in the northeast. And that's, well, you know that's for obvious reasons. You fucking stay there, mate. You know the cut of the people's jibs up there. People are wound up to the high heaven about this shit, man. Certainly more than you would get away with down in fucking London town and all that jazz.
Right. I tried to send you this, but I didn't get around to doing it. You know, when we were having a night out last week sometime. But it's the Times of Israel. Tommy Robinson. Zero tolerance for anti-Semitic. Tommy Robinson, he attacks the Muslims, so that's why he's a Zionist shill. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You're going into big money, you're going into the banking system and all that, aren't you? See?
Well, I'm pretty sure you've heard me fucking explain my madness. Fucking maybe you've heard me explain my madness, mate. So you explain your take on that stuff, because I get you how complicated it is, but I can't. But I've not got it straight in my nut how you're approaching it, if that makes sense.
Well, in my opinion, everything comes down to race on some level, right? And what's happening now in, say, Israel is basically a race war against the Asian Muslims. Crusades. By what look like white Europeans, Crusades. Even though they hide behind this Jewish facade. You see, so it's just a good excuse to kill a load of Pakistanis, isn't it? In my opinion.
Well, I can even mate. I hear exactly what you're saying now, right? I can even simplify it a wee bit more, and it's just a continuation of the Crusades, right? But what's happened is
Absolutely.
your average white Christian has created this thing called Zionism, which has been used as a machine to use Jews as a standing army to kick Muslims out of fucking Jerusalem. And it's almost worked for, 800 years now? And they all talk about 1,000-year Reich and all this kind of shit. And then you could even go and interject all that kind of thinking into the world wars. With the downfall of the Ottoman Empire and all that. Because before World War One, Ottoman Empire was something to be stood against. See, after World War Two, which I think we were saying this earlier on, I can't remember on or off here, World War Two, some would argue it was just a continuation of World War One. They just hadn't fucking tied up the loose ends. It's just branding, innit? The Great War, World War One, World War Two. What the fuck are you talking about? Millions are dying, motherfucker.
America and England wanted to install Zionist Jews in Israel as a defense wall against the Middle East, you see. It's like a breaker. You know, when the wave comes in, they're like a breaker.
Buddy, this isn't a question trying to trip you up, want to trip you up or anything. It's a question to expand my mind. In your opinion, if somebody was to ask you what is Zionism, what would you say, man? Again, it's not to trip you up, man. I can answer first.
Yeah, well, right. Well, I'm gonna attempt to answer it. Zionism is, well, it's many things, isn't it? There's not actually one direct answer. But Zionism is the formulation of the Jewish people getting a homeland.
Yeah, getting that shit, man.
You see, that's what it's all about. You can't blame them in a way because, you know, prior to the Jews actually going fully into Israel and claiming it as their own, they were like the wandering people of the world, weren't they? They're called the wandering Jews, aren't they? In the Bible, it says the Jews are not allowed a state. They're not allowed a country until the Messiah comes back. So these are actually sort of like renegade Jews that are actually trying to form a homeland, you see. That's what it's all about.
I get
that's what it's all about.
I get you, man.
That's why the real Jews in Palestine are pro-Palestinian and anti-Zionist.
What are you talking about, man? There's a fucking word that's escaping me, man. The crazy ass Jews who are like fucking back in biblical days, man. Orthodox Jews, that's what I'm thinking of, man. The real
they're anti-Zionist.
They hate fucking state Israel. If you want to ask, mate, that's when it gets so messy, and that's when you start realising it's fucking head games.
It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. God says in the Bible, right, to the Jews, you're my chosen people, but you cannot settle down. You have to wander the earth, homeless, right, until the Messiah comes. That's why they're anti-Jesus, because they don't believe in Jesus, because he's not the real Messiah. They're still waiting for their Messiah. Have you ever heard of a guy called Zabati? Let me see if I can find him, so just to remind myself.
Right, hold on. Can I ask you a question? Right, can I ask you a question? Right, and again, and this is it's not to trip you up or anything, buddy. There is no right or wrong answers.
But I don't think you'll manage to trip me up, to be honest. But you can try.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's don't feel this is no what it's all about.
No, I don't. I'm open to interrogation.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. So, do you believe? Because I think I'm pretty sure me and you fucking bumped gums about this shit before, man. But do you believe the Bible is the word of God, or do you?
No. It's the word. It's the word of man.
Right, I'm on the same page here, man. Right.
But man's quite intelligent, so all the texts that we've got, they do resonate. They do resonate.
Mate,
they're pointing, like they're almost predictive text. But like we can accept that at some point we're going to blow ourselves up because we've got the nuclear bombs. As we said in Hiroshima, we used the nuclear bombs because we had them.
Right. Hold on, we're going into that Nephilim shit again, didn't we? Because the Nephilim fucking killed us all, didn't they? Or who's the fucking aliens?
Nephilim.
Nephilim, aye. Aye. Oh, mate, I love this fucking chat, man. But here's the thing. It's fucking great to speculate without, like, fucking a little Hitler or something over your thing, mate, like fucking shaking the finger and going, right, you can or cannot talk about that. But still fucking be confident in your fucking I knows and maybes and shit.
Well, you can find pictures of the Zionist Jews doing the Zikal salute, and you can find pictures of the sort of what they call the Hamas soldiers also doing a Zikal salute.
I can't remember the numbers, right? I can't remember the numbers, but the Nazi party had SS brigades that were all black and all that kind of shit, right? You don't see many of these pictures getting propagated because it takes away the kind of the popular narrative of they were just white supremacist fucking crazy cunts. But like, see, fucking crazy cunts, they'll use anybody. There's the reality.
I want to simplify this now. Adolf Hitler's attack was at the international banking system.
Oh, hold on 1 second, Crossman. Sorry, man, I missed that fucking comment. Bring it back. Ramblings of a mad man. Oh, fuck, right, this is going to pickle my nut. If you want in the chat, buddy, give us a shout. Right, hold on, I need to open up my Skype or something. I don't even know how it would happen, mate. In fact, mate, if you've got Skype, mate, it's a dude that's recently fucking, I think recently subbed, and I've watched a few of his videos. He's as mad as the best he is. Are us two forgetting the Jews? Were here 2,000 years before Christians amassing gold and wealth?
Well, you go back to the Phoenicians, the Sumerians, don't you? You know, it's a long haul, the Jew. But they're the white, blue-eyed people, and that's what we all are now. So the Jews were actually in Israel before the Palestinians, in all honesty. The Palestinians won't like me saying that, but it's still the truth.
Right. I don't know the question. I don't know the answer to this question.
Jesus was depicted as a white man with blue eyes.
Aye, only in our world, mate. Back in the day, he was a fucking brown dude for fucking dead in the sand.
Well, he's probably like a Greekish looking guy, in all honesty, I think.
Aye, man, to be honest. Better beauty. Like, can you imagine back in the day, fucking a pasty white cunt, fucking with fucking unnourished pasty white cunt?
I reckon he could have been quite white, to be honest. It could have been. Because the Sumerians were white with blue eyes. We're going back to the Phoenicians. We're going back to the Caucasus, aren't we? Caucasians, Caucasus. The Caucasus Mountains.
Ramblings of a madman. There's what links are below? Let me just check. Because mate, this would be funny, man. It wouldn't be funny. It'd be good. If you've got Skype, mate, use that Craig.Houston1981. It's a cryptic it's a very cryptic address that I use.
That's because it's the Illuminati.
Right. Oh no, mate! He taught like I don't know, man. The few videos I've got of him, man, I thought they were good. But you were talking about the Caucasus, mate. Like, do you know?
Yeah, well, the Caucasus Mountains. That was where, like, prior to that, the white genetic gene mutated. Moses was well, how do you do it? I can't explain it. White people, we come from the Middle East originally. If you go and look into it,
we're the fucking North Jews for the snow, white cunts.
The Sumerians were blonde. Well, not blonde. We don't know what colour hair they are, but we know that they have blue eyes.
Is it no?
It's a genetic. It's a genetic mutation that happened thousands and thousands of years ago, isn't it?
People would protest my shit, right? Because it's borderline in grey, blonde, and dirty blonde and all that. And my eyes do fluctuate between grey, green and blue, and my shades. But I'm definitely fucking one of Hitler's kids. Do you know what makes me fucking...
So am I. I am, yeah. When I was a little kid, Hitler would have loved me. I had jet blonde hair and blue eyes. I'd have been well in the master race immediately.
Did you have a pair of curtains, mate?
I did have curtains back in the 90s.
Yes, man, fucking product in the 90s. Mate, I've heard in the rumour, in the grapevine, that's what I'm looking for. I've heard in the grapevine that curtains are coming back. I'm going to start...
Yeah, they are coming back. They're sliding back in. Jamie's got kind of curtains now.
What? How do I know that shit? Fucking hell, man.
Fashion is a circle, isn't it? Do you not remember how Fleurs come in and then, and now they're all wearing drain pipes, and the Fleurs will be back at some point in the future.
No. Mate,
we get bored, don't we?
Fleurs have came back. Do you know what I can't wait to come back? That borderline late 90s, 2000s, when fucking they just looked like hookers. I don't know what
Smart
looked like. No, man, everything was tight and it was just hooker-esque. Because they could get away with a lot more.
The way that the way that women are dressing at the minute is a little bit... What's the word?
Mate, I love going to the gym.
Not that I look, Kip. Not that I look.
Of course you don't, my friend. Of course you don't. But I'll tell you, like, here's some first-hand experience. I go to the gym and I'm single, man. The shit women wear at the gym is fucking beautifully scandalous.
Single like a Pringle.
Hey, they might as well just spray your... Might as well just go naked. It's like, I didn't know, like, camel toes became fashionable. You know what I mean? Because it literally is like the full fucking... It's like that... Like, and... Like, what you going to do? Sit there with fucking some sort of robot on your head to stop you fucking twitching every 2 seconds towards the fucking reflash of the toe? Because it can't be happening, dudes, man. Let's be honest about it.
Kip moving his exercise bike machine behind the woman that's on the running thing. I'm just going to move this over here if you don't mind. Could you give us a lift?
Here, do you know what happened to me? The other day I fucking moved my exercise bike right behind this other lassie. She just happened to be fit as fuck. And I'm like, it's all about the airflow hen. And it was in the gym. I don't know. That's a funny joke on some levels.
Well, I mean, we're looking over the Ashkenazi Jews here, aren't we, as well, you see?
Hey,
that's the other white element.
Tell me what you think Ashkenazi Jews are, mate. The white Jews. Well,
they converted. They converted, didn't they? Like they were at war with Islam, and they converted, didn't they? And basically, they're the ones that went and hid in the Jewish world, like you see, as white people. So.
Mate,
you must know that. You must know that.
No, I do know it, mate, right? But this is where this is the dynamic where my head's at the now, and no doubt it'll change. Fucking 2 days.
Well, so it should.
But what I mean in the sense, like, I don't think if you look at the dynamics of how. If you try even get your head around the dynamics of how the world's been ruled for fucking, no the last 100 years, no the last 1,000, but thousands of years, you can see how fucking all these very competent, fucking manipulative, fucking batshit crazy, intelligent motherfuckers have controlled all that and worked behind the scenes doing all that kind of shit. And then if you, I think the long or the short of it, what I'm saying is, like the intelligent ones are the people that stand away from organised religion, in the sense that organised religion is organised to control you. Being religious, isn't he? And what you believe, you can fucking like it's like bouncing up at it's like bouncing up at a table, a buffet. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like bouncing up at a buffet and somebody forcing you what to and not eat. If I bounce up at a buffet, I'm going to take what I like and and I'm going to leave what I don't like, and I don't want any cunt browbeating me there because they're trying to sell me grapes.
In 16th century Spain, Jesuit priests of Jewish descent played a central role in forming the education, spiritual and philosophical that they're integral to the Society of Jesus. In other words, the first Jesuit order people were Jewish converts, you see.
Oh, I can believe that, mate. You want to hear something interesting?
The Jesuits and the Catholic Church are actually cousins. They control the religious order of the world and the banking system. It's a bit conspiratorial, and I do apologise.
No, it's no conspiratorial at all, mate. Here's something else. You'll love this. I don't know if you've ever checked it out, right? I love these wee things about maps in countries that come and go, right?
Yeah.
In fact, if I pull out my Google Earth, I'll be able to tell you it, right? But I'll be able to fucking just say the shit. There was a country back in the day when the fucking Reformation just happened, right? And it's in South America. It's like between Brazil, Paraguay, and all that kind of shit. That's why I'm saying I need to get my fucking Google Earth out to fucking understand. Google Earth something. The long and the short, it was called the Jesuits Missionary State. The state of Jesuit missionaries. What's it called today? Is it still about? People just don't admit that it's a. Oh, there it's right. Fucking there. What do they call it today? Found it, man. El Dorado! It's fucking El Dorado, man. You think I'm making this up, man? I swear to God.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called? The Missionaries Providence, right? Which is Spanish for the fucking missionary province, which is like it was a Jesuit missionary. But you get the proddies doing that shit and all that, right? But it's right in the middle of Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, what's that fucking other one there? And it's just this little wee small fucking enclave which is run and ruled by the Jesuits since, what, mate, fucking 400 years ago? That's why I love maps. I love fucking Googling old maps. Fucking does. Do you know how I discovered that, actually? Right, here's a wee fucking side note. I discovered that on a map when I was looking into the maps. It was comparing the thing that suggested that people knew the coastline of Antarctica back in the day. And like everything, right, because it's a beautiful fucking thing to fall down, man. It's brilliant to hear about. Oh my God, Antarctica was tropical at one point in our... It's an old Turkish map. I can't remember the name. The one that people suggested outlined the coastline of Antarctica, which we didn't, in the modern sense, know until the satellite shit.
If you went back in history, not very far away, you know, you'd find that the Jesuits gave us education, gave us sanitisation, the cleaning up, and trying to help like the very, very poor, right, and making a modern world.
Hold on,
so,
mate.
like, we think the Jesuits are bad, but actually, they're actually pretty decent, really.
Well, it's the
if you know what I mean.
No, I do, mate. It's the pros and cons. It's the pros and cons. I get you 100%,
yeah.
Man. It's like the famous old saying, what did the Romans do for us, mate?
Exactly, yeah. They fought for us to be able to read and write and stuff like that, basically. And that's all you need, isn't it?
I like to think it is the pendulum.
Well, everything's round inside the circle.
It's just the back and forth of it, mate. The back and forth of it creates the friction, creates the energy, which creates good, bad, everything and different. You take the good with the smooth and all that jazz, man. That's what I think, man. Because you can't have the good without the bad. I don't think. Well,
this is true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if people get what I'm saying there, man. It's not that I like the bad. It's like I don't think
You
you have
can't
the
see,
good without the bad.
you can't see the light without the dark.
There you go.
There's
Man.
no point of reference. There's no point of reference, is there?
Classic, the classic duality thing, bud. Spot on.
Where's this guy? Is this guy coming in or what?
Well, I'm trying to fucking rediscover the fucking comments page, which I'm not doing a good job of. We did a handle out because, mate, I'm not going to hand out my phone number, which is WhatsApp. Right. I'm not doing that. Like, no offense, people, but my phone number's
I thought you had a secondary phone.
Well, I had a secondary SIM card back in the day, but I just started fucking didn't go down too well, mate. You don't want fucking some cunt having a fucking way into your inner sanction, you know what I mean? You really don't. Because there's some weird ass motherfuckers out there.
I am well aware of that.
You don't want to give them any.
I've been there and done it. I've seen it. It is true.
You don't want to wind. It's not even like winding cunts up. I'm happy to wind cunts up, but it's just. I think it's just OCD fucking lunatics, mate. That's my experience, man. And then when you try and call them. Anyway, I would just rather fight the cunts face to face than fucking give them any fucking. What'd you call them? What's those wee crunchy bits of croutons? The wee lovely the wee lovely bits that fucking soak up all the shite when you're eating salad. Fucking think you're doing well for yourself. But it's like I'm willing to chat shit with anybody. And you might get
I thought he wanted to come in. That was all.
Oh no! He did, and I've opened it up just via Skype, not my phone number.
Yeah.
For technical issues, we've done the phone number, and Crossman's already gave me his handprint, so I know he's Illuminati certified.
I'm an Illuminati shell.
He's Illuminati.
Not an easy job.
What
I'm going to do is convince you that I'm not. That's the tricky bit. Everyone will be nodding now. I knew it. I knew he was himself.
It's like
I'm waiting for the paycheck, though. It's not come yet.
Mate, you don't know.
10 years too late it is. But he's starving to death, dude.
I'm pretty sure this. It might not do too shabby, but I don't think it's going to fucking like go viral when like the BBC reporters like, look at these two fucking crackpots fucking standing around fucking broadcast telling each other. I would love it. Well, mate, I think a lot of shit that would get labelled it as both easily peasily, man.
I'll give them a PO box and they can send me crack cocaine.
Direct.
Yeah. Baby and crack and smack.
Oh, mate. I honestly find it fucking. Fuck my God, man. Why is Cameron want us to show his toe? Jesus was a rebel. Show your toe.
Did Jesus exist though? Is he a fictional historical character? I'll put my money on that he never really existed. I'm not saying there wasn't a man called Jesus. I'm saying the story's a bit far fetched, isn't it? Born of a virgin, came back after he died.
Do you know where my head's at, mate? Right? And it's like, who the fuck? I've got no authority. I'll never know this shit, right? But my head goes to like, right? You had Zeus, and then you had Jesus. Who was it before Zeus? Who was the fucking Egyptian and Babylonian motherfucker?
No, you had Amun Ra. That's who you're on about.
And he was known as Zeus. And as I said before, man, before you had this
there's more. Even, like I'm gonna Google this so we can get it right. Jesus archetypes. No, there's loads. You know, even they're even born on the same day and stuff, aren't they? It is a scam.
Mate, I wouldn't even go say it's a scam. It's just a progression of a story to control people.
They're good stories. They're moralistic, aren't they?
Well, don't fuck over your brother. Don't shag your neighbour's wife. They seem to be good.
Try not to be a complete twat.
They seem like good fucking directions to go in, man. But this manifestation, in my opinion, old time fucking thinking that it's some sort of word of God. I just can't believe that. I know a lot of people are just easily to fucking bite down it and go, and I don't blame them, man. Why not, man? It's like easy peasy. Fucking bite down on that pill, man. Batter up every Sunday. Fucking put your money in the correction plate and you're going to heaven. That's not where my head's at, man.
Someone left a comment, and I'm going to try and find it. It's on your thing here. Ahura Mazda. Even Krishna was born on a virgin on a Christmas day and all. It's all the same. They're all reprints. But you tell like a Christian, a real Christian, and they'll just think like you're the devil trying to deceive them.
Turn you to the devil because it's not the God's word. And you're like, what God are you talking about? What version?
That Bible is written by God and it's the same as it was 2,000 years ago. Nothing's changed, bollocks. It's been completely rewritten. Even King James rewrote it, didn't he? If you get what I mean. Shakespeare wrote it. It wouldn't surprise me.
King James completely rewrote it, buddy. That was the whole point of what he done. He rocked in and fucking knocked down the fucking...
He got in control.
He knocked down the Latin interpretation of it. So
he got in control, didn't he?
I'm biased, and I won't fucking deny that, right? But some would say this is the most honest interpretation of all the fucking biblical books. Mate, and it's on my channel, and I think I just actually filmed fucking what's in it. I'm pretty sure. But mate, you need to read the fucking how Masons interpret the Bible, man. Beautiful. Really
can we believe it? Can we believe in history?
Well, here's the thing, buddy. Right? See me, you.
Right. Sorry, I'm just going to point this out before you start. It's only a guideline, isn't it?
Well, me and you are sitting bumping our gums, right? Let's say we might. Let's say fucking. How can I say this? Right, we'll get nothing to gain, get nothing to lose. We're bumping our gums for the only sake of trying to fucking learn off each other, right? Right. Let's just say it. Right. That's happened before. I would argue that's happened before, and I would argue when cunts will get fucking nothing better today than watch fucking Netflix and shit. That happens fucking very commonly back in the day.
Well, that Netflix is forming the new history, isn't it?
It's the record of fucking... it's the record, man. The record, man. It is. It is the record. It is the record. It seems to be, doesn't it, man? It seems to be forming people's opinions, man, left, right, centre. Even just the streaming sites in general.
The Battle of Hastings didn't take place in Hastings.
All right, educate me on this bad boy, man. I'm fucking...
It was further down the road, but they used Hastings because it was handy. And it was a big town to give it historical value.
So what you mean it was neither first... That was neither first...
What I'm saying is that the history of it is inaccurate.
Mate, I can believe that, man. They've dressed it up.
You don't need to believe it. It's the truth.
No, I get you, man. So they've dressed it up to make it sound more sexy.
Yeah, they sexed it up.
let's be honest though, buddy, right? Imagine me and you were fucking William the Great, William the Bastard, right? And we rolled in and fucking conquered fucking the English and shit, right? And then then we were fucking like, here, King, what am I going to stick in my book about this fucking victory? We'll be fucking hanging, you know what I mean? You would be, instead of rocking into the battle in your boxer shorts with your boys hanging out, you'd be riding in with your fucking golden armour, fucking 10 lions at your back. You know, you'd be sexing that shit. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying I'm trying to understand it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us would do the same shit, man.
Yeah, but you have the reason you've got kings or hierarchy is because on some level, like I'm pretty sure that was it King Edward in World War II. I'm pretty sure he didn't want the Germans in winning. You organised. It's like if you go and have a job get a proper job in a warehouse or something, you have a gaffer at the top, don't you? And you're all on the same side, aren't you? On some level.
Ah, well, if the companies know their nunnies are there.
You know, like people would have looked up to King Henry VIII, wouldn't they? You know, the little peasants. Because if France invaded, King Henry VIII was going to get the army and go and defend you all, wasn't
he? Henry VIII, well, he was the fucking... He was objecting to
Catholicism,
Christendom, the Pope, because like during Christendom, and this is where even Robert the Bruce comes in. Like any man in charge of a country in Christendom had to be ordained by the Pope, because the Pope was the main man, and every king was under the Pope.
All right, here we go. This is good. This is good. King Henry VIII objected to Rome because they wouldn't give him a divorce. No, King Henry VIII objected to Rome because he didn't want to pay him a load of money. That's where that's a lie in history that I know.
So what happened there, mate? I don't
know King Henry VIII thought, why should I send all my fucking money to Rome? Hey. But in history, the historical terminology is King Henry VIII divorced Rome because they wouldn't give him a divorce. But that wasn't the truth. He divorced Rome because he didn't want to send them all the money.
But mate, it wasn't that they wouldn't give him a divorce. I think he chopped about fucking 8 bitches' heads off.
He did. Before
he realised his dick didn't work. He just started rattling through the woman.
That was when the world was all in order. Like, if you just chop your wife's head off, or take her down to the market and swap her for another.
You don't marry a king, mate, if you're no well-to-do. So,
well, he wanted an heir, didn't he? But like you say, he was a jaffer, wasn't he?
All men do want an heir. He was pumping the life out of all of them, right? How many wives do you need to feel to get pregnant before you realise it's your fucking dick instead of hers? Right?
I don't think King Henry VIII would have accepted that.
Oh no, he didn't. That's why he was chopping the fucking heads off. But what I'm saying is that fucked up the Pope, because the Pope was like, "Oh, hold on, man, this is my because." It was like it's politics and genealogy and the bloodline, the Illuminati bloodlines and all that. You know, they were keeping it on the family. That cunt was going through fucking because he was going through all the nobility of Europe, because all the nobility in Europe used to fuck each other. I can't even remember all that shit.
And you did that to stop wars and stuff, didn't you? See, but if you went back in England, like 300 years ago, 400 years ago. If you want happy with your wife, you could take her down to the market. All right? Sell her and come back with another one.
Who's saying you can't still do that, mate?
What did the Jesuits ever do for us?
What would you rather?
I'm going for a urination.
What would you rather have, slave wives or roads? That's a question. Can it be answered? But that's a fucking hard one. Would you rather have roads stood as well over the test of time, or slave wives that the Romans taught us how good it was? I'm going to fuck about with this. I'm pretty sure there's a way that I can do it 50-50, but I don't know how. I don't know how the fuck to do it. Oh, fuck. Oh, DDV, man, I'm fucking knackered. Anyway, what time's that? Started 4 or 6, right? I'm going to do it off shortly, man. Fucking knackered. I need to feed myself. What the fuck is this? And it's why people that are enjoying this have enjoyed it. Stick a wee thumbs up, much appreciated. I'll stick a link for Crossman's channel in the comments box after the fact and all that jazz.
The Jesuits give women women's rights. I sound like a Jesuit New World Order shill now, don't I?
You're sticking up for them. You're sticking up for them well too much, man. Well out order.
Correct. Well, they misunderstood.
Well, mate,
King Henry VIII was the right bastard. King Henry VIII, if you went to the castles that he had all like us, our people, heads on spikes all around it. It was a twat.
The first class of Glasgow University, before the building that stands anew, was held in Glasgow Cathedral, which by definition was Catholic at the time. And that would probably ring true up and down most of our important learning institutions up and down this country. Pretty sure that would be the case, man. So you can argue that the church was the source of education. You can argue about them trying to monopolise it and all that kind of shit, but that's when fucking man comes into it, innit? And we fuck it up by trying to keep power. But it's the internal struggle. It's the internal struggle. You can't throw out the baby with the bathwater on all occasions.
Yeah, well, Christianity had to convert us, didn't it, first? From paganism.
Well, I would say I'm more a pagan than a Christian, mate.
I'm a full-on pagan, but I don't want to eat little children. But yeah, I'm a pagan.
I just have honours of gods. I pick and choose my gods on a daily basis.
Well, you don't even need God, do you? You are a god, aren't you? If you do it right in your mind.
I'm along those same lines, man. I think we're all gods, man. We should all be the centre of our own universe. We should all be our own gods, and we should all be. We should all be our own churches.
Jesus was a demigod. Julius Caesar was a demigod, and Alexander the Great was a demigod.
Well, Alexander the Great was a demigod because he got made a pharaoh.
Well, no, because his mother told him that his dad was Zeus. If you look into it, apparently.
Oh no, I know, mate. But like telling your boy that he was Zeus at that time didn't mean that he was Zeus.
Can we believe the stories of Alexander the Great? I doubt it.
I think some of it's real in the sense that
There's bits of truth because his face is on coins. But I don't. The stories will all be embellished.
I believe that, man. What's the most famous saying that the history is written by the victors? You know.
Yeah, well, this is true. This is true. Look at the.
It's the spoils of war, mate. Like, not only the raping and pillaging you can do, the spoils of wars is fucking making that wee guy with a pen write that shit.
There's a coin that you can buy. On one side, it's got the Star of David, and on the other side, it's got the swastika.
Yeah, I believe that, man. That makes sense.
Even expensive, you can buy them online. They're from the German Templars, not Templars, Templars.
How are you spelling that?
Instead of AR, it's AR, I think.
Right.
They were the ones that formulated the Zionist German the Jewish settlements in Israel at the beginning, before World War II. I've heard, and I don't know, I've Googled it and I can't find it, but 9 out of 10 Zionists are actually Jewish. They're like Christians.
I could believe that, mate. I could believe that. Easy peasy. Somebody was talking, I can't remember, but somebody was talking about these kind of stats the other day, and they were talking about Nut Job. He's an atheist. I'm like,
who's
wow.
That? Oh, Netanyahu.
Netanyahu.
Do you know what Netanyahu
is, mate?
Kip, I'm going to blow your mind. Do you know what Netanyahu is?
I'm going to guess a mountain or a place or some shit, right? But I don't know.
He's a
Jesuit. Oh, right. Hold on, I need to pee as well, man, and you might cut out, right?
Yeah, go on, have a pee. Yeah, I'll take over the channel. Yeah, Netanyahu went to a Jesuit school in America.
Oh, I think you told me that the other week as well.
Yeah, he's a fucking Jesuit. The Jesuits and the Jesuits and the Jews are the cousins. And they control the religious foundations of the earth. You need to remember that. And is the English church any different? No, they're all in on it. This is why Hitler was saying the Jews control the world, because it wasn't a lie. It is actually the truth. You see, and they control the banking system on top. Hitler didn't go to war with the Jews. Hitler went to war with the international banking system. He wanted to deport all the Jews. He wanted them to go and live in Israel. That's what he wanted to do. But the Jews wouldn't listen. They thought, no, it'll all calm down in a minute. No, it didn't. And then that's when you got the final solution, you see. Hitler was too intelligent to hate people on a religious basis, to be quite honest. Because, like, say what you want about the cunt, but he wasn't a fucking idiot. No way was he an idiot.
That's for sure, mate.
He's a clever cunt. If he'd have come on this live stream now, we'd have realised how fucking clever he was. Not saying he wasn't insane.
Well, mate, if anybody goes and looks at the history and the shit that was going on back at that time of the day, maybe they could have painted him as a dumb cunt.
No, he wasn't dumb. He had his problems, like he had his problems. He was basically he was a nutter. But most of the very intelligent people in history are mental.
Look at his one of his main adversaries, Churchill.
Churchill loved that. They've written this out of the history books. Churchill was a massive fan of Mussolini, right? And guess what? He was a massive fan of of Hitler. But you won't find that. You won't Google that.
That's not the narrative, mate. Churchill's a freedom fighter and those two cunts were bastards. Rather than, if you go and look at, as you're saying, what was happening at the time, these were adversaries.
Yeah, but you respect your adversary, don't you?
Back at that time, they did.
Well, you did. You have to. That is probably something that we're losing now. You know, Biden hasn't got the intelligence to respect Vladimir Putin.
Well, let's talk about Biden.
Vladimir Putin's got the intelligence to respect America, though.
Well,
because I tell you what, that Vladimir Putin is not thick. I've listened to all his stuff. When he's interviewed, he's fucking intelligent. He's not a mug.
You don't get there, mate, without being, definitely. Whereas, like, let's be honest, right? The way the world works, it's all about appearances, and right now, if it's West versus East, if you might put like, Russia and America and everybody underneath in those brackets, Biden's looking like a senile old fuck.
Well, come on, you can't really have a conversation about Biden because he's an old, senile, mentally ill puppet. He's the front man of an organisation, isn't he?
He's went senile, right? But not only is he went senile, the people, the apparatus, whether you agree with it or no politically, have allowed him to go senile in the fucking eyes of the world.
You can't help it. You're getting old, aren't you? Yeah.
The plug should have been pulled months ago, man, for that cunt.
You should never eat on camera. Did you know that?
Mate, I'm fucking starving, man.
All right, well, I'll let you off then. You're not following the Illuminati rules.
I'm just mixing it up. But Biden should never have been allowed to run, bud. Should never. Like, if you were in charge of Spectre, if you were in charge of Spectre, you would never have let Biden fucking run. Never, man. Couldn't clearly go nuts.
Kit, we're in control of the world. What do we want? We want a puppet, a malleable puppet that is as malleable as Play-Doh. warm fucking, what's it called? Blue tack. He's perfect.
True, mate. I can show that. Sorry, I had to fucking eat it. I'm fucking starving.
He's the perfect patsy.
It's sad to see the way that they fucking took that old cunt out.
Yeah, but look what they're going to do. They're going to install Donald Trump. He's also losing his marbles. He keeps calling Biden Obama. And he keeps calling sort of like the Iraq War Vietnam. He's gone.
I've clocked that a couple of times.
He's gone. Perfect puppet. Do we really believe Rishi Sunak is ruling the country? Because I know he isn't.
He's in fucking the Starship Enterprise, mate.
Do we believe that Johnson was running the country? The frontman for the Bank of England, or the international banking system. You see, who Hitler went to war with. Now, was Hitler part of the? I think Hitler was. I hate to say it, but I think he was. I don't think he died in the bunker. No, another plan.
Yeah, you think Hitler's still alive?
No, because he's too old.
No, but like back in the day.
He didn't die in that bunker. Nah, did he? Fuck. They shipped him off. He probably got to an old age with his head down, shaved his funny tash off. You know. You could walk into a kebab shop in Oldham and Saddam Hussein could be behind the counter. He could serve you kebab and you could say, fucking hell, you look like Saddam Hussein. He'd say, I get that all the time. You wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, I know, I get
you. Can easily. Jeffrey Epstein is quite possibly still alive and well. You see. They're just facts that we can't. Oh, because the news told us this or that doesn't mean shit. And that is conspiratorial, and I'm not apologising.
Oh no, right. Here's the way I see it: cost benefit analysis, right? Epstein was like a Veruca, right? So what was cheaper, to fucking eliminate that cunt in the jail, or to having to make him disappear to an island and all that? Because like if he disappears, the whole fucking thing disappears. So I would say cost benefit analysis is probably dead.
He was a Mossad agent. There's a video where he's actually coming clean a bit about that. You see, he just worked for. He was a Mossad agent. So and he was very wealthy. It was they're not when you're wealthy, it's not your money. Bill Gates' money is not his money.
I would imagine. I would imagine, mate.
They're like piggy banks or purses.
I would imagine if you were like, how was he framed? Like the pimp daddy, if you want to call it. If he was the fucking pimp daddy to all the fucking biggest and greatest, you know, like he was dishing out all the fucking girls to rich and famous. He would know.
Have you seen that funny blue and white temple looking thing on his island?
I don't think I have, mate. No.
It's like a temple, but that's a Phoenician temple. It's like it was like a sex cult type guy.
Well, it makes sense, but doesn't it make sense? But I get it.
It's nice work if you can get it, you know, and that's it.
That was one of the most prominent colours to colour your house way back in the day, man.
Well, no, it's a Phoenician temple. What he had on his island.
Phoenicians, man, they used to decorate all their houses with green and blue, and blue was one of the most affluent ones.
The Phoenicians are the Jews. Did you know that?
Aye, man, they come out the same gaff.
I watched the video and it was on about why did pork get like eliminated, like biblically, you know, Islam and Christianity. Why does it say you don't eat pork? But what it was the Phoenicians got sick of paying the taxes to the Sumerians, so they fucked off to the hills. Well, guess what lives up high on hills? Lamb, sheep, goats. And I thought I've just wasted 8 minutes of my life. Couldn't even be able to leave it in a comment. Pigs used to be legal tender in ancient in the Middle East.
Antiquity.
Well, pigs give you fat, so you can make soaps and stuff, and it's good eating, isn't it? What you can't beat bacon butter.
Good eating, but I think for my best guess or knowledge, man, a lot of the negative shit about pigs was they would literally eat shit. Doesn't matter where they were left, they would eat bodies, body parts.
Yeah. In the Middle East, in the Middle East, they used to in the Middle East they used to leave them on the rubbish dumps.
Oh, aye, to eat the shit. That makes sense, aye. That
probably put them off eating it, you see.
Aye.
But prior to that, there was an amazing thingamajig, but like you couldn't tax the pig because you can't cut its wool and it doesn't provide you milk, you see. So that was another reason it fell out of favour.
I don't want to correct you, mate, but pigs can fucking create hundreds of milk, but you probably don't want to eat it because they're fucking made it eating shit.
They've also got a tapeworm in them. That's why the gamma ray pork. So when you buy bacon, sausage, a jar of pork from the supermarket, that's been gamma rayed.
What do you mean gamma rayed, mate? Put through an X-ray?
Put it through like a machine that gamma rays it to kill the tapeworm.
I've never heard that shit, man.
I'm like a thingamajig of useless information, me kid.
Yeah,
none of it'll save you in a thunderstorm, but it's an array of useless information. Yeah, so like the people at the top of the system didn't like the pig because it wasn't a very taxable thing. See, whereas it's actually a really decent animal to have because it gives you good meat. It gives you maybe 12 pigs. You can probably grow them pigs in a year. So it was very valuable to prehistoric peoples that was starting to farm. But when it went to like, you've got a king that wants to tax everyone, he wanted you to have sheep, goats, cows. That was also why the pig fell out of favour. Plus, it didn't have a cloven hoof, did it? So. In the Bible, there's loads of fish you can't eat.
I've never. Well, I have heard that, but can't remember it. Can't remember the instructions. I don't like fish, so I'm all good.
What? So you don't like a nice chippy fish in batter?
That's the only fish I can eat, mate.
Same
Fish
here.
that's been deep fat fried and fucking
fish fingers. I can eat tuna and mayonnaise as well.
Oh mate, you know what, man? Fucking must have the same palate. I can eat tuna when it's like watered down with mayonnaise, as you're saying.
Yeah.
I can eat fish fingers watered down with tomato sauce, and I can eat a fucking a chippy fish.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Do you know what the Manchester thing is? They have fish chips and curry sauce. Do you do that in Scotland? It's wrong, isn't it?
You wouldn't get looked at as if you've got 10 heads, but it's no the common terms.
Yeah, that's the Manchester thing. I never have fish chips and curry sauce. I have fish chips and tartar sauce, me, bro.
Mate, it depends what the curry sauce is. If it's the chinky sauce, you're fucking. I can't stand fucking chinky curry sauce.
When I see Manchester people have fish chips, peas, and curry sauce, I always tell them that they're wrong.
Mate, you won't get much peas up this way.
Do you not do mushy peas?
Well, again, you wouldn't get looked at as if you had 10 heads, but it's not a common staple up here, man.
Right, well, I'm asking you a question now. If you go in a Scottish chippy, do they have mushy peas?
Not on tap, no.
Fuck me.
I know. I mean, it's a border thing, that mushy pea thing.
Right, so when you go in a chippy then, instead of having peas, what's the veg that you can get? Because the peas are the veg, aren't they?
Mate, we're going into a chippy. Veg is the last thing on our fucking mate. I'm bouncing out of a chippy. Where's my peas and carrots? No, but I'm being honest, mate. Honestly, I'm not saying you can't get it, or you would never get it. Some chippy couldn't sort you out. But it's not something that's on tap just to get you.
Right, well, in an English chippy, they have a big tub full of fucking mushy peas. Because then you get into potato, the fish with the batter, and then you get in a bit of veg as well, like you see. It's we're more intelligent than you Scottish, then, aren't we?
No, but the mushy peas no got a touch of vinegar on them, which is why I think I would like them.
Well, it's up to you, isn't it? You've got salt and vinegar on the countertop.
No, but are they no like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, you get pickled onions and all that shit, so they're kept in.
Yeah, but I don't bother. I don't bother with that. I'm modern. Now, have you ever seen Marifat peas in the shop? Marifat peas.
Aye, the big,
get your Marifat peas. Fuckers. Get your Marifat peas. Open your Marifat peas. Pour them in a pan. Give them about a tablespoon, a teaspoon or so of butter. Yeah, a bit of salt and pepper, and then just boil them up until like they crush up a bit, and that's your beautiful, perfect mushy pea. I do them for her, but I'm not a mushy pea man. So in Scotland, you do ham and pea soup.
Oh mate, aye, ham and pea soup is a fucking business, aye.
Well, that's mushy peas.
Your traditional soup up here would be mental lentil, I would say, is your most.
Oh, well, you're all fucking college students then, aren't you?
No, that's why we're so healthy. Look at the stats.
Yeah, you're not, are you? Tell you what, though, I do like haggis. I've had haggis a couple of times, and I actually rate it. I think that's got lentils in, hasn't
it? Traditionally, it's awful and shit. But we grain through it, which would be lentils, aye. So there could be lentils through it.
I think it might be lentils, but it's very nice, that. I've had that. I've only had it a couple of times.
Do you like black pudding? Do you do a lot of black pudding doing that neck of the way?
Black pudding, but I wouldn't want to marry it.
Mate, black pudding's immense with HP sauce, man.
It is.
And that's the perfect marriage, man. Spicy,
right. Well, I only have black pudding on a fry up.
Right, I can get that, man. That's usually the way it rock and rolls up here, man. Unless you're getting out of the chippy.
Oh, you do black pudding in your chippies, do you?
Oh, mate, we get battered black puddings, man.
See, we don't do that.
Oh, see, this is the thing. Because do you get your sausages battered in your regular chippy, or is it just
Again, it's like you with your mushy peas. You could do, but like it's not a regular thing. But they will do it if you ask them. I've never asked them.
I'm pretty sure, mate, if you went 100 yards or a couple of miles that way, it'd be different. You know what I mean? Same.
Is it true that you do battered Mars bars, or is that just crap?
You know, you can get them, man. You can get them. Have you never tried one, mate? Have you never tried one?
How about fun, man? I'm English.
Right.
I tell you what's real. Have you ever had that in an Indian? Have you ever had that in an Indian restaurant? The banana fritter.
A banana fritter, aye.
Yeah, they're banging them, aren't
they? Right, this is me just after saying I like the fucking deep fat fried Mars bar. Banana fritters.
Have you tried so you bet on them, yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I bet it's all soft. Is it all soft and gooey in the middle?
Oh, mate, that's the beauty about it, man. It's like, have you ever had those Mars bar things? No, the Mars bar, the ice cream things that they fry in the restaurant, so they're cold and warm at the same time. It's like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's got a name, hasn't it? I can't think what it is.
The anami. I think it's anami. It's that sweet and sour. That's fucking sweet and oh, it's amazing. And then you've got fucking, you feel so bad for doing it because you know you shouldn't, and then you're like, oh, and all the caramel and all that's just.
You feel guilty. You feel guilty if you have a banana fritter with syrup, don't you? You feel guilty after it.
Damn right, mate. Damn right.
You think I'm going to burn in hell? You have to go and say 10 Hail Marys to the Jesuits.
That's how you get away with it, mate. That's how you get away with it. What the fuck was the other thing we were talking about? The pineapple thing, and the deep fat fried Mars bars. What else have we got up here that fucking? Oh, you don't have. Oh, you get saveloy, don't you? You don't get battered sausages.
Well, you could ask for them. They would do them, yeah. I will admit that. I've never asked for one, but I know they would do them. You. It's just never attracted me. I think
surprise. No, in fact, that isn't a surprise because battered sausage is a business. Do you know what else we get up here? Right, listen, mate. This will give you a heart attack. Right. I think typically it's called a pizza crunch. Right. So take your like 30 pence fucking pizza that you can get out of fucking Tesco's or something, right?
Yeah, like a cheap shit pizza.
Dip it in batter and deep fat fry it. Pizza
really?
Aye, mate, I'm pretty sure people. Aye, they must. Aye, because they do. In fact, I know that for a fact. They still do pizza crunchies in some places.
I don't think I'm gonna die.
Just the fuck. When I say it's a cheap ass pizza, I genuinely mean, you know, those pieces of shit, like cardboard things that they've dipped in tomato sauce and maybe 2 flakes of fucking cheese on it.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Batter it, which the fuck is batter? It's fucking flour and water.
And are you sticking this in the chip pan?
Deep fat frying it, mate. Deep fat frying it.
Do you have a chip pan or a deep fat fryer?
I have a separate deep fat fryer, but I've not used it for a good bit.
That's probably a good thing. That we have a chip pan, to be honest.
Old fashioned.
But it does. I do everything in the air fryer at the minute, pretty much that I can. Air fryers are the way forward, you know.
I know, mate. I'm fucking Fred Flintstone over here, man. I've not got an air fryer. I've not got space for it.
Right, if anyone can donate an air fryer to Kip.
No, I've got no space for it, man. I would need to balance it in my head.
It's only tiny.
Mate,
honestly, to God, Kip, the air fryer is brilliant because, like, you put your food in, you can set the time and the temperature and forget about it. That's what's good about it.
Oh, don't. I'm Googling something. Crossman
Google it.
air. No, I'm googling Crossman air fryer shares. Turns out, mate, that you get some money fucking packed in air fryers and shit.
Yeah. Just type in Jesuit order air fryers and I'll get you a discount.
Oh, fuck that. Don't get me started.
Jesuit New World Order Illuminati air fryers. I'll get you 50% discount.
What time will we at, man? Right, it's been a good few years, mate. So, everybody, thumbs up, thumbs down, everything in between.
Oh, I'm going to thumb it up because I thought it was brilliant, that.
Mate,
there we go.
I'm still enjoying the shite. We don't need to turn it off.
I've just brought some more provisions up.
I'm just making sure we're no fading and basking in our own madness.
In our own Illuminati glory.
Basking in our own glaze.
Well, we need to get rich, don't we? Or if we don't get rich, we're going to have to do real work, aren't we? Come on, bro.
If we don't get rich, we're going to have to die trying, motherfucker.
Yeah, if we can't get rich off YouTube, then why have all these little dodgy cunts managed it?
Well, here's what I would stab in the dark, right? Fucking devil's advocate and all that. Because they appeal to the masses more, mate. I mean, you don't appeal to the masses. Let's be honest. Let's try and be... I can see why your points of view...
I always thought that you did.
I upset too many people, mate.
I used to watch you years ago and I used to think, God, I wish I were like that guy.
Nah, mate, I've upset too many people.
Young, a big pair of glasses on. I thought, wow.
Hold on. What the fuck happened?
Do you think hey, Kit, do you think you're getting old?
Mate, I know everything's falling apart. Big style.
Nah. You see, this is what I want to say to people. You think you're old because you are in your own mind, but in reality, you're actually still very, very young.
Well,
I have to remind myself. I have to do that mantra every morning when I get on my hands and knees and flame myself with the Jesuit whip. My back's bleeding, and I go, I'm young.
Do your penance, mate. You need to do your penance.
I've got barbed wire knee protectors. Have you ever seen them? I'm gonna put a line of them on my channel soon.
Well, mate, nothing's advertised here, but you can still kind of sell your shit. If you get me, legally speaking. Do you know what I've wanted today, mate? I need to grab a fucking lawyer's ear. I want to do some form of like some sort of lottery thing.
You probably could.
I think you can, mate. But
you'd have to have a prize.
Well, here's the thing, right? My mate
you're gonna get the money in and then have that as the prize and second cut. I get you.
My mate Dangerous Dave could set up a channel with no names, no faces, fucking for the
It's a good idea. Hey, good idea that. And guess what? Hey, Kit, and guess what? I could win it, couldn't I?
Anybody could, mate. It would be basically numbers.
No.
It'd be a lottery.
I win it live on air with you, and I go, oh look, Kit, I've just won the lottery.
Oops, my dick was just hard and I tripped up and fell in.
now we're getting like the real lottery, aren't we? Not being too conspiratorial.
What you suggesting? All that gambling shite's fucking what do they call it? A racket?
Oh, I think there's a few genuine winners, but I reckon a lot of them are a scam. So, boys, keep it in the brotherhood, don't you?
It's a numbers game, innit, bro? It's like the people that set it up work with the numbers. I'm just pulling these numbers out my arse, right? So for every £10 betted, you stick £1 in the pot, right? And there's a very simple formula on it. Right, so every fucking 10 quid that you fucking get, £9 in the pot, but £1 goes to that lucky winner, and then when that lucky winner gets fucking put out there, real, fake, anything in between, who the fuck knows, it can vary, I would argue, but you just make the most of it, and every cunt's like, ah! You know?
Well, you know what they call it? They call it the idiot, an idiot tax, don't they?
What, gambling?
Scratch cards are an idiot tax. Lotteries, no, not gambling, because you've got more chance of winning on the horses, haven't you?
This is
you've got zero chance of winning on the lottery. But if you're not in it, you won't win it.
This is where I come to crossroads with kind of, like, you know, like the, I hope I'm using this word rightly, but the religious zealots over the years who have been interpreted to put a lot of fucking shackles on cunts, right? And where my head would go to predominantly, right? Prostitution, gambling, and booze. And you can stick drugs onto booze because it's a fucking elaboration of that. And like, it's over probably the older you get, just the same way the older you get, the more your politics changes. But you can actually see the fucking maybe not the over fucking zealot shit and the way they tried to fucking do it, but it was old school. But you can see where the objections to these things come from. And this comes from somebody who loves to gamble. I've definitely shagged a few hookers in my time. I like a wee bit of drugs and drink. And that's probably where the wisdom comes from, man. Like, in the sense that you can say that fucking it ain't great, and you can see the fucking wisdom.
Why would a government legalise drugs when it's got its best friends behind the in the corner shop? Beer and nicotine doesn't need to legalise anything, does it?
Oh, well, here, hold on, buddy. I hear what you're saying, right? I'd elaborate on, like, I think back in the day, a lot of it was economically driven as well. In the sense, look at the shit that was allowed to get propagated, look at the shit that wasn't allowed to get propagated, and look what fucking countries they came from, right? Can you imagine if Colombia, Ecuador, fucking El Salvador, Mexico, and all the fucking South American countries who could grow weed like fucking nobody's business, cocaine like nobody's business, and the rest of it, man. Plus, they've got a lot of good hotties. I'll just throw that in the mix. They would have took over the fucking American economy, which to this day, and was back then, the biggest economy in the world. And
well, it's not anymore. It's not anymore. It's China now, according to Vladimir Putin.
Was that what he said, mate? And he's fucking
that's one thing. That's one thing. That was why we come on to do a video on Vladimir Putin, but we've not mentioned him yet.
We're just teasing the motherfuckers, mate. We're just teasing them. So
we're just taking you in slowly into the Illuminati mind control.
So
I had David Icke on the phone last night, saying you need to do a video with Kit because we're behind you.
Man, fucking they get it, mate. They get it. But what was Putler saying anyway? This is Tucker Carlson thing. Tucker Carlson thing. Fuck.
Yeah, he rang me last week, Tucker. I said, just leave me alone, mate. I said, I'm not interested. He said, I'm interviewing Vladimir Putin. I said, yeah, but you're just doing an Illuminati show, aren't you, bro?
Well, Carlson's Fox News. To the rest of my knowledge, he's Fox News.
Tucker Carlson is the future president of the United States. Watch.
You know what? Couldn't it be that? Oh, mate, I don't think I can screen share this with you. I can screen share it with people on my YouTube, right? But this is quite a wee funny thing, right? This is my Sky Bet account, right?
Oh.
So I've got a wee bet on. I've got a bet on Donald Trump to win, right? Which is still fucking.
Oh yeah, I think you might win that.
Well, here's the thing, mate. I've hedged my bets. Right, my Donald Trump thing was a free bet that I got, but I also put a wee 50 pence on Michelle Obama when she was at 15 to 1. She's dropping like a fucking stone. See that more of that shit that comes out about Biden being a fucking Fruit Loop.
There's no women in the offering, because I'm going to tell you now, America is not ready for a female president. It's too Christian, mate. We're far less religious as a country. That's why we've had Thatcher and then them other little dickhead women we've had, like, you know. They were all shunt fronts though, weren't they? So right.
Right. But do you think Michelle Obama, if she managed to slide herself in, would just be an extension of
she ain't got no chance. She'll be too old before she gets a chance.
She would just be an extension of fucking his penis, I think.
Well, of course, that's all they are anyway. Margaret Thatcher was only an extension of Dennis Thatcher.
Mate, nobody knows his name, and he was the great architect, if I want to say
the architect. He was the oil man.
Hey. All right, how you doing? Long time no see, my man. Hope you're all good.
Yeah, I believe, right, that you've been in having a lie down, haven't you?
Who, me or Bright? Or
Bright.
Got it.
I don't think he'll mind me saying. I think he got sectioned back there for a minute.
Fuck.
It can happen to the best.
Yeah, mate, it would happen. I'm going to argue it might happen to the majority as they end up these kind of forums, man. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying it jokingly, but fucking being true as well, man.
You need to be reprogrammed.
It's just that this shit can drive you nuts, man. Sometimes it can. It's people on the edge. This shit can drive you nuts. Sometimes it can be
well, we are on the edge. Like when we're talking, you know, when we're not on camera, like we're well on the edge, aren't we? We're keeping it cool because we know that we're being recorded. Not the Illuminati recording us; it's us doing it.
Mate, I don't think us talking off here is that.
No, it's not massively different.
It's no massive. There's no a big massive change.
Right.
There is obviously that.
Right. I am conscious that we are live on air right now. I do apologise, but I am conscious of that fact.
I've lost that a few times in our conversations.
Yeah, and I have as well. But what I'm saying is, I'm still slightly guarded.
Oh,
you've got to be.
Mate, you got to be a people who hang you fucking up for fucking hang drawn and quarter you, man.
Yeah, man. You'll be hung upside down with your head on a spike.
They'll take a 10-second fucking clip and try and portray you as fucking X, Y, Z, fucking E and fucking E over Z or whatever, man.
Hey, okay. Do you remember when I went mentally ill backing you up when them weirdos was trying to call you the fucking nonce? Do you remember how I battered in, didn't I? Do you remember? Back in the day there, bro.
I do and don't, man. And you know what, mate? I don't even want to play any fucking heat because that's all it was, man. It was just fucking assholes.
But that's not. I'm only using that as a guide into what I'm saying. They can misrepresent absolutely anything, can't they?
Mate, they can, and then you can start that. They can start that. What do they call it? A negative feedback loop, right? And I'll tell you what I mean. In a sense that some cunt pops out of nowhere saying absolutely shite that nobody fucking believes, that makes no sense to any cunt, and just say it, right? But because they're saying X, Y, or Z, you're like, right? Let's use the playground analogy, right? In the playground,
it's playground stuff.
You would start eating the guy's eyeballs, right? It'd be a one-on-one. It'd be a fight. But with this new internet age that I didn't grow up with, but was introduced to, And then, nae cunt was holding a gun at you, my fucking head, predominantly, porn, right? But you get thrusted into this fucking internet world, right? And then before you even know it, man, you've got this pure, just weird new dynamic that you don't understand. You know, being like, it's mental, man, and it happens to people in different levels at different fucking times and shit. But see all this shit that's now coming out with kids getting bullied and all that online, man. I get that big style. Even that wee woman that came out recently was talking. The wee, oh fuck, they've even wrapped that up, and I mean the wee the trans lassie that fucking get done in, and her mom was out, and fucking she's talking about banning all these fucking social medias for the phones. No, I get that. I can get. I'm not saying I agree with it, man. There's a fucking happy medium, but I get it.
I'm so glad that we've broached this subject because it to me, I don't give a fuck if a man wants to dress like a woman. I couldn't give a flying fuck.
Doesn't harm me, man.
You do what you want. They're only clothes, aren't they?
Okay, I know, mate. We'll be there all day fucking ripping that apart. But
it's the ultimate control, isn't it? You've got to dress in jeans and a top, a hooded top. And if you try and dress in a woman's skirt, then you're wrong. What the fuck? Why? What? Scottish work kilts, don't
they? I just don't get
it. It's the ultimate control mechanism.
I don't get what people are so scared of because I don't recognise it in my day-to-day life. Maybe it's different fucking in different places, but I mean, inside of a metropolis.
It's not even visible, is it? It's not like you're seeing a load of blokes walking around dressed as women, is it? Everywhere you go, like.
I don't agree. Right, let's
and
get this fucking straight.
If you do see the odd one, you laugh, don't you? You know, you just have a little chuckle, don't you? Going, you look like a bricklayer in a skirt, bro.
Depends how drunk you are, mate. but me, I just don't feel threatened by it, other than the fucking shout or the tripe that it can get portrayed through the media, which is the modern day television, right? Which is your social medias. I don't feel threatened.
It's four words. It's live and let live.
I can easily fall down. In fact, not easily fall. I think I'm still down the rabbit hole where I've got a strong aversion. If I was fucking dictator yesterday, tomorrow, the sex education thing that happens in school would be changed overnight to that, right? Which makes it seem, because like the perspective I would put on it's like this pure traditional Christian thing, but ultimately it boils down to shit should stay in the home. Shit should stay in the home. And
I do not know why. I do not know why we have even got sex education on the curriculum. I don't understand what it's there. Leave it alone. Let parents explain this crap and let them work it out themselves.
Here's the thing.
That's what I did.
No, I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. And in a perfect world, that's the way it would be, right? And I'm not defending it. I'm just trying to observe it. Maybe this is how it's came about, or how it's been brought to be about. But sometimes you would get really some fucked up fucking dumbass fucking religious fucking assholes that would leave it for kids to be able to fucking, if they weren't kiddie fiddling them, they would be fucking leaving them to run around with their fucking own bits to try and figure out what went where. If you get me. So there's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance, man.
You teach kids like if you have sex, you could get pregnant. So therefore, there are these things called rubber johnnies.
You should put that on the news, mate. I can hear you pissing, man. That's well out order.
I'm having a piss. But from over that, I don't think like we should be diving in. Kids are gonna Right, there were no one could tell me when I was like 13 what I was going to do with my dick. I do apologise, but I'm not. I'm being very crude, but I was going to stick it in any bird that I could. So they could have taught me to wear a Johnny. That's about it.
Did you know
get out of the line?
Did you know get taught about contraception and all that shit back in the day, man?
Oh, well, yeah, you did. You did have sex education 40 fucking 35, 30, I don't know how long, like, nearly 40 years ago. It wasn't like it is now.
Aye, my dad taught me sex education. What you do is you donkey puncher after you've came up and run away.
My dad said, like, you know, you're going to start rah-rah-rahing. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just don't think the system needs to get in control of... I just think let kids do what they want to do and let them be what they want to be and just stay out of it, because you...
Right, I'm going to be a diplomat here, right? Because
dictator.
No. Well, this isn't me being my dictator. This is me being my diplomat, because I hear where you're coming from. I'm going to meet you in the middle, in the sense that the state shouldn't be involved in any of that shit, but it should offer up health and support for people who want to monitor their reproduction shit.
Yeah, but like we've got weird rules now, haven't we? Where like teachers are having to give little kids, very small kids, like information about weirdness, and I don't think we should.
I think the worst stuff I've seen that I've seen that I could take as being legit was like stuff getting rattled out for sex education, and I can't even remember the age, but it was like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, they're like little nippers, aren't they?
And it was.
Like, I think we got
blowjobs and stuff, and I was like, wow.
I think sex education happened for me in like about senior 2 or something like that. So it's probably about 13, right? You know,
sex education, like. This is just going to show my age, right? Because this changes, but this changes every fucking 5-10 years when they're doing a generational spiral, right? Like your mom and dad's version of this shit would be different to yours, so on, so forth, and that's the way it goes. For the rights or the wrongs of it, it's the way it works. Like for me, sex education was finding my dad's porno tapes. That was it. And then that's me watching fucking. So I'm sitting there trying to get tuned into the ups and downs. That's a good analogy, actually, but I didn't even mean that. The ups and downs, the pros and cons, all that shit. And I've got fucking classic Ron Jeremy shit for the 70s to go with. So I can't have sex nowadays without. Bum, 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 bum. In the background. No, but like, mate, I'm not joking. That was my introduction to what went on. Apart from that, it was all the speculation between you and your muckers that you would spit when you never even understood what was really going on, really. So I can understand the positives in it. But I can also understand how it could get turned on its head, used for nefarious purposes, if that's the right way of saying it. And this should be getting regulated if it's happening. And here's the ultimate thing for me, mate. Parents should always be in fucking control, right? So if they want to go like that, boom, turn that shit off. That shouldn't even be like a fucking... It shouldn't even be a question.
They've apparently got small children identifying as animals now. That's what this sex education's doing.
Mate, I get into trouble off a young relative of mine's for using the word hell. I can't even remember what... It was in perfectly good context. But I'm really bad at holding my waist, to be honest.
I've got a weird question. I was thinking about this before we started this endeavour. Do you think we'd be different if we've been brought up Catholic?
I would be more like the mafiosa. we'd like pasta and meatballs more, mate.
I want you to do a paint job.
Here, mate. I'll elaborate on it because I've got a weird. I don't. I think race is a perception, but I think fucking inherited genes is real, right? And if you're a typical fucking Casper the Ghost, fucking Scotsman, Englishman, who has got a good few generations of the proddy fucking faith through them. Got that inherited,
like we have.
Got that inherited fucking want to protest, mate. It's there. It's like those fucking ex-bully dogs and shit, right? It's genetically and fucking ingrained in them. And that's what a lot of the fucking Peely Wally fucking cunts for Britain have got in them. And that's why you get Northern Ireland. That's why you get Hungary. That's why you get all these wee enclaves, man, that just won't fucking sit down and shut the fuck up, man. You go to town with them, they'll fucking start up a paramilitary force to take you down, man.
So what you're saying is that Catholics are more controllable. Is that what you think?
They're obedient motherfuckers. They bow down to the Pope. They think like I'm not saying Catholics. Everybody that's a Catholic believes this, right? But this is their ideology. They think that cunt sitting in that throne is something more special than you, right?
Do you think Catholics are more communist? Because I do, but I'm not trying to trip you up like you know.
No, I get you, man. I would argue that fucking Catholics, it's not really so much communism as they're fucking whores. They'll fucking nail their flag to any mast. It'll be fascism or communism, and they've done it over time and probably to the end of time. Which is probably happening now, man. You could go and fucking dig into all this shit, and like you would. It's hard to. I think it's hard to unmask the players in it. I really do. You know, it's really hard to fucking be completely fucking safe in your analogy and all that, because that's all you're doing, trying to assess this shit. But being open-minded and open to all possibilities helps. And like diving deep, but not diving deep, but like touching base with wee different points of history and looking at the patterns. Because it's the patterns I see, mate. That's what I see. I just see patterns, and it's because of my retarded mind, man. It's the patterns, it's the echoes.
You've not got a retarded mind, Kit. I do apologise for pointing this out to you.
I know what you mean, man. But I certainly ain't get a smart one. I've no found a fucking educational system that could. Every educational system I've went through, mate. Every institution that I've went through kicked me out or tried to kick me out, and they've not really had the ability to kick me out, but tried to. They just don't know how to deal with some cunt who doesn't stop asking questions that they can't answer. And it really has.
What if there are no answers to the questions in reality? What if everything's just like, oh, I'm going to try and do this without being a dick or sounding a dick. Like, is the fact that we've written things down up to this point, is that why we've got nuclear bombs now?
Having a record, it makes perfect sense. It's whether here's the difference between being Rain Man and some cunt that can think. Rain Man can remember everything that's been written down. The cunt that can think is going, what was going through that cunt's head when he was writing it down?
Would the planet be armed with nuclear bombs without the Bible?
I think some form of the Bible, mate, was obviously fucking like it was natural at some point. It's just man's fucking inability to fucking understand what it was and go, here, that was good for its time. Let's move on.
Does the past affect the future?
Oh, mate, you could get off fucking. It obviously does.
Right,
Literally speaking, it obviously does. In the sense that this room doesn't stink of fart right now, but in the future I might do a fart. Boom. So like, sorry to boil it down to a fart joke, but you get me, man. It fucking that's the way it works, doesn't it, man? Cause and effect.
So
Einstein was onto something with that cause and effect.
Is the knowledge that we've accumulated over the eons of time, is that going to be our downfall eventually? Would we have been better to never read and write? Is the good question.
Ah, well, here, mate, yeah, we've got it simplified in biblical shit, Pandora's box, innit? We're better off fucking scratching our arse as a monkey, or fucking...
In the beginning was the word.
Sorry, say again. In the beginning.
In the beginning was the word.
Right. What do you mean the
word? And the word became flesh.
What do you mean, killing each other and shit? Sacrifices?
No. Before we were animals. Then we learnt to speak. And that became man. And through speaking, then we learnt to read and we learnt to write. We learnt to communicate. Then we learnt to write. Then we learnt to write all this stuff down. And at the end of it, we've give ourselves an Achilles heel, which is the sword of Damocles over all our heads in the form of a nuclear weapons.
Hey mate, this is where we can all go fucking psycho bitch on each other, right? Let's say everything is happening for a reason, right? So the pros and cons of this technology.
No, Kip, I think we've got to be logical. There's nothing happening for a reason. That's speculative, supernatural talk, isn't it?
I would disagree, mate. Right, and I'll tell you what I mean by this. Right, just take a very broad brushstroke of history. Right, I'm going to touch on a few things here, but these are fucking true. And the ups and downs of history, the good, the bad, and all that kind of shit. Right, Industrial Revolution. Does anybody want to take that back? I don't think so. What came with the Industrial Revolution? Well, everything get industrialised. Get industrialised when we were doing the Industrial Revolution, slavery, right? It's these pros, cons, ups and downs, left, rights. They still get manipulated to this day to fucking playing our heartstrings and shit like that. And that's been, I would argue, that's been true since time immemorial, man. Since we crawled out the fucking seas, man.
Did slavery not get turned into a financial form of slavery? You didn't have a man with a whip, but you had a man with a wallet full of notes.
Some would say it get some kind of get some people could argue it turned into administration slavery. You're just a number documented, boom, boom, boom. Right, you're no longer property of this cunt, boom, boom, boom. Here's your birth certificate. Enjoy, motherfucker.
Yeah, like you will be a slave because I've got these £10 notes that cost 4p to produce.
Well,
slavery didn't disappear; it just changed its whip.
Well, I'd agree, mate. It's like neo-colonialism. It's like neo-colonialism, man. The colonialism didn't disappear. It just rebranded, made itself look better. PR. Good PR. Yeah. Right. Bright.
That's
world.
it. That's it.
7 o'clock.
We've hit the wall now. We've done it. We said we'd do a podcast, didn't we?
Well, mate, every Saturday or other agreed upon day, we can stick a wee thing on, mate. I don't know about you, man. I've enjoyed it, my friend, man. It was good.
Yeah, I love that, yeah. It's only what we do anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. See when you can watch your own shit back and get entertained by it sometimes and find it funny. You know you're not.
I played your Stairway to Heaven. I played your Stairway to Heaven when you crashed out the other night. Do you remember?
No, mate, because I was in the Stairway to fucking Heaven.
And then when it comes to the end of the song, I just I ended the dude I like you. Me and Kit, we've been in communication for a bit now, like just chatting, just getting the balls to do this. You see, people think it's easy. It is because we're naturals, but you want loads of views, and we want you to give us all loads of money so that we can have a free life on Earth.
Aye,
and believe that what we do.
Donate $1 million.
And believe what we're doing is work.
Oh man, it goes back to the thing, fucking mate. Do what you love doing and fucking it. Like, I don't hope it pays off.
It's not a job then. It's not a job. That's what they say. Right, well, end the stream then. End the stream because we're going to drag it out if we're not careful here. Big love, people.
That's been over with fucking. It's been 3 hours, man. There's no lot of people that can talk that amount of piss for fucking 3 hours, man.
Exactly. That is how long a podcast should be. Because that's how long Russell Brand does a podcast with Joe Rogan, Bish Bash Bash.
Oh, man. Oh, right here, you've just... Right, so what's Russell Brand and fucking Joe Rogan, saying nowadays? I'll be honest, mate, I just don't listen to them. They both frustrate the shit out of me, man.
Neither do I. I don't really listen to them. But I know when they do a podcast, it's usually about 3 hours, if not a little bit longer. Because when you're doing a podcast, it's got to be like a good 3 hours. Otherwise, you're not Illuminati.
What was that I seen about Joe Rogan the other day? No, it wasn't the other day. I think it even might be the day somebody sent me a wee short or something. I can't even remember. It was nothing fucking game changing, but it was just. It's like, here's a thing, right, buddy? Like, see all this fucking podcast this and podcast that and fucking I just farted. Let's make my fucking fart make a podcast. Mate, it was back in the day. It was just called Google Hangouts. And every cunt was doing it to fucking the nth degree, to fucking crazy degrees, and now everybody's just turned around and went like, got to call it a podcast now. Joe Rogan makes it look sexy. And then all they do is...
Yeah, but what is it? I don't understand what all this podcast is about. What is it? Are we in a podcasting?
Oh, no, I know what it
Where's
comes
the
from.
pod?
iPods. It came for the iPod. When you used to first start downloading MP3s or 4s or whatever to your iPod. I don't think any cunt has it's an iPhone now, innit? They don't have iPods.
Is that where it come from?
That's where the etymology comes from, podcast. Because people used to put their fucking... They used to put their MP3 players down.
Kip, I'm quite happy to continue this now. But only if you are. Because if we're going to continue, I'm going to go downstairs and get myself some more cans.
Right, go and get yourself some more cans, man. And
we're going to continue. They want us. They need us. There's 6 watching, and they need us, Kit, to waffle into lunacy.
Like, what's that? 7 o'clock. Oh fuck! I did want to try and catch the Rangers game and check it out. Go and grab yourself some cans, mate.
You don't need the Rangers game. It's only people running around a pigskin. It's probably not even a pigskin anymore. It's probably plastic.
Made in China. From Girders. That's a good fucking joke, man. Rangers are 1-0 up, right? With the fucking time away at, man, with that bad boy. What the fuck am I, man? How annoying betting sites can be. Right, Rangers 1-0 up. All my other things have fell out. But Rangers are still keeping me in a few months. Right, I'm all good. Right, anyway, Biden was... let's get back to the title of this video. Biden is being reported as crazy. Some sort of a fucking report coming out. And then, and then journalists asking him about his memory and shit. He's like, my memory's fine. Starts talking about the Mexican cunt while he was couldn't he make this shit up, man? It's like, let's be honest, right? If you've got a heart, it's a crying shame that cunt's staying. See, when you start going senile in front of camera and all that, you don't like to admit it. The last thing you want to admit it because you don't want to lie. It's like you're lying to yourself, you know. A natural thing that I can understand in Stroves. So I do have annals of empathy and sympathy for him. But the cunt's fucking dead and cunt's senile and over the fucking hill, man.
Are we on about Biden?
Right.
Yeah, but Donald Trump's not far behind him.
This is the thing. They've both started the same tactics, haven't they? Trump campaign
Tony Blair got into the people because he was at a good age. Then from there on in, you got young prime ministers like David Cameron. They were younger. Previous to that, they were all like Wilson and all that. They were all old men.
Aye.
I think you're better off with an old man, but not too old.
Somebody about your age.
About my age. That looks a bit like me.
Are you going somewhere here with this, man?
Wear glasses and a cap.
I can see where you're coming from, man. I can see where you're coming from.
Beer belly doesn't look too great in a skirt. You know, like that kind of guy.
Where would we get somewhere for that? Oh, do you know what? Oh, who's the Office guy? I've really begun to grow. He's beginning to start growing on me again, man.
Ricky Gervais.
Gervais. Right. I loved him at the beginning, and then he became across as a real pompous twat when he started getting
He's a genius. He's a genius. But I'm not... I just think, like, all I think when I think about Ricky Gervais is overrated. Not in my calibre.
I watched one of his videos, one of his films, a Hollywood film recently, where it was about him. It was like wagging the dog shit, in the sense that he was a sound engineer. I've probably
seen it.
Mate, he has got that pure slime ball. Creepiness about him. I'm no... Some of the comedy shit that he does, man.
He worked very hard all his life to get famous. So you have to give him that. He's a normal person. He's not the Illuminati, if you like.
Well,
and that's the fact.
You know, we talk. You know. Like it's been suggested, there's a pre and post internet generation, right? I can remember when The Office first came out. It was when you were channel surfing the 5 or 4 channels or whatever you had, right? And if you're lucky enough,
yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And you would pop on that, and there was that wee period where you were like, "This fucking real?" You were in that zone, or you were trying to figure it out. It wasn't obvious because it's obviously obvious if you look at it, but it was trying not to be so obvious to get. And it was that beautiful wee type that wouldn't exist nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Like a TV show like that wouldn't exist now.
Kit, I used to watch snooker in black and white. I remember when we got a coloured telly. That's how old I am. I know I don't look it, do I? On camera.
Right, here I'll test your age, and I'll test your age. Can you remember listening to the football on the radio when it had like the wee pull-out thing with the football field and it would go, he's getting it in his own 9.
I'm probably not that old. But I remember getting on the bus and it was 2p.
Fuck me. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
I remember when Sam Benson and Edges was 70p.
Here, you know, everybody, you know, like all the talking heads and all that shit talk about inflation and this and that and whatnot. There's a few things that you can actually like kind of like. I think you can gauge a measure. You can measure a gauge to or gauge a measure, whatever. Anyway, what I'm talking about is like back in your day.
Benchmark. You can benchmark.
My granda was able to fucking have a family of fucking over fucking 7 on one wage.
And go to work
to keep
and
a fucking... No chance. And that family of 7 plus like was like fucking a stay-at-home wife at the same time because that's just the way shit was back then, man.
Yeah.
So if you
when I was growing up with my dad, my mum went to work because she wanted to, and that was part of the revolution, you see. She went to work because it was shit being at home all day.
Because the Beatles.
It brought a bit of cash in, didn't it? But it was only a little woman's job. Do you get what I mean? Like back then, like women got paid a lot less than men, even if they're in the same job. That's all changed because of the Jesuit order and the Illuminati.
Right, let's take away the vaginas and penises, right? And you're just sitting there, King Dong, on a farm, right? And you've got all these fucking meat puppets, right? And you're like, half of these meat puppets are doing fuck all. How do I make my farm more productive? How do I make my farm make more grain, electricity, X, Y, or Z? Right? Well, why are half of them not working? They're the women that have the babies. Can we not kind of half incorporate that shit? And then, if you look at how the societies of the whole motherfucking world has changed, and we say 50 years, that's a ball in time.
Well, that's technology increasing. Do you know when the population of the United Kingdom massively increased?
The Industrial Revolution.
No, we're going way before that. It was when we'd learned to put 2 stones on top of each other, and with a hole in, and we could make flour.
Right, I thought that was a euphemism.
Previously to that, we used. Yeah, well, there you go. Well, everything. Look, you've hit another point, right? That's the point, isn't it? We produce just like flowers, don't we?
Same thing, innit?
Male and female.
And the fact, if you're getting born into a particular faith, right, which the majority of fucking people in this country were born into the Christian faith, you need more. What's the word? You need more sheep for your flock.
Alan's in the yard, Kit.
He's saying wag the dog as a term like dumb dogs that get mega excited that the tail wags so hard.
Yeah, the dog, yeah.
I've missed it. Oh man,
I've only got Scottish friends now. I only speak to the Scottish.
No, but if there's people in the chat that hasn't wagging the dog, or is that like spanking the dog? All right, like
Can
I don't know if he was
can I
trying
be
to be
an
funny.
exonerary? Can I be an exonerary Scotsman with a name like Sinclair, the Sinclair clan? I'm sure I can be.
Mate, I'm pretty sure you are fucking Scots. I said that last night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, absolutely. But like my granddad, they ended up in Birkenhead, posh part of Liverpool. Like, but we do come from. My dad did, it was a pre-internet one, like, but he did the genealogy of our family, and we're from the Orkney Islands in Scotland.
Yeah, you want me to tell you something, right, mate? Like, if you bounced up here tomorrow, man, I can take you to a gravestone. Show you. I could even show you pictures of now. And it's it's a Knights Templar gravestone in the Glasgow necropolis. I'm no shitting you. And what the picture I could show you was like, let me think. It was the late 70s or early 80s. And the fucking one of the lodges over there, I think it would have been the Grand Lodge. The Grand Lodge invited a lodge from Texas to come over because the guy that was buried there was Texan. And he came back on pilgrimage, if you might call it that, and ended up fucking dying. And they buried up there. Glasgow necropolis. He was a Texan. He was a Scottish descent, but he was born in Texas. His name is Sinclair. The name Sinclair is Saint Clair, and that's who Robert the Bruce's best pal was.
That is play on words. I am actually a Saint Clair. I am a saint.
Well, I get it, man. Mate, that was Robert the Bruce. He was one of Robert the Bruce's best pal. The other guy's name escapes me, who was entrusted with taking Robert the Bruce's heart back to the Holy Land, Jerusalem, but failed. But he was still Robert the Bruce's main man.
I've come to England to infiltrate them.
Mate, Scotland rules the world, man. I say that jokingly, but we fucking
Scotland. And I said this in a video, in a chat. They canny, aren't they? You canny, aren't you? You're a bit stingy, but like you might open the door when we go in the bar, might we? And I'll end up at the bar before you, and then I'll buy you a pint before you. Like, but
mate, we're like Jews. We're like every stereotype portrayed towards the Jewish cunts. We've got the same shit. Like, what is it? Deep pockets and small arms, right? Lots of money, but never might spend it.
The mother of invention is because you come from a cold part of the country. You invented things like the train and stuff, didn't you? Like, the state. You invented everything. The Scots invented everything.
TV, phone, and train. There's the three things just off the straight off. Penicillin. Pretty sure that's one of the ones. Changed the whole fucking medicine game, saved fucking God knows how many million people.
I'm Googling it. Scottish inventions. Come on. Because it's an endless list.
Oh, right, hold on. I'm going to stab in the dark, see what I can get here. So you're going to have the TV, the phone, penicillin. What was the other thing? The train. No, we didn't invent the train. The steam engine, actually, I think we might have been up there with the fucking steam engine, but I know we exported it to most of the world. Our engineering feats...
This can't be a lie because it's on Google. The television, the refrigerator. I don't know why you invented a refrigerator.
I know, we don't need it.
The flush toilet, the vacuum flask to make your dick bigger. And the first distiller to triple distill Irish whiskey. Way! I'm normally on the Scotch, aren't I? But I'm on the lager tonight. I've let the side down.
No, mate.
I like Scotch whiskey because it has to be at 40%, people. Otherwise, it can't be classed as Scotch.
If you're no 40% daft, it's no Scottish.
I don't know, a bottle in with Kit one night. Jesus Christ, I don't remember the end of that conversation. I bet that were racy. Jesus.
Is that the one that started recording? Because I didn't watch any of it back and just deleted it the next day, and I think it was like fucking hours of shit. I fucking recorded.
It was probably better to delete it. I think it was about 7 hours long, that one, Kit.
Aye, that sounds about right. I just deleted that, mate.
When you're talking with Kip, he records everything because he's an Illuminati New World Order shell. Working for the Jesuits.
If I'm recording something, I tell folk, man, because some people don't like getting recorded and what's going out. You need to be careful.
It's never bothered me, though, has it? I don't think recording's a bad thing, but if you put it live on air, like, it might, because you're not sure what you're going to say when you're having a ramble, like.
It's each to their own, man, and, like, I would say that, let's say I was speaking to my mate.
You've got to keep it clean, haven't you? You've got to keep it clean, haven't you? Because we know we're live, we know we're keeping it semi-clean, aren't we?
See, for me, it's not the clean stuff, buddy. It's more the self-identifying shit. You know,
we're not pulling punches. We're not pulling punches, are we? But, like, obviously, because we know we're live on air, it's not as a relaxing.
If you end up with some fucking lunatic fucking really want to, like, what I've found in the time, mate, is they'll watch everything and every sort of a minor detail, they'll just go over it and just fucking. That's what I've noticed, man.
Well, it's like if we went into the realms of COVID, you could end up coming unstuck there, can't you?
Mate, you're not allowed to talk about that, man. That's Illuminati #1.
I've had more strikes for talking about COVID than Soft Mick.
What's Soft Mick?
It's an English terminology.
For dick?
No, Soft Mick means... I don't exactly know what it means, but it's what English people say when they're saying, like, I've had more fucking... I've had more flea bites than Soft Mick. I don't know what it means. I'll have to Google it. Hold on.
I just heard, like, maybe it says more about me. I just heard dick for some reason. Soft Mick. But I know, mate, here's the
I'm
thing.
on it. Soft Mick.
If you aren't careful with that shit, you ended up getting hot with hundreds of stupid crap. If you're careful with it, everybody thinks you're a deep state Illuminati fucking thing.
Where did the dude Soft Mick come from? The phrase may originally have referred to an Irish shoe peddler working around Accrington, East Lancashire, in the early 1900s. From the phrase, more shoes than Soft Mick. So I've explained that to you, and why black men have big penises. You are a winner tonight.
Mate, you're
There's
being
nothing
racist.
more you could need to know.
You're being racist towards the Irish, calling him Soft Mick. See, I bet you back in the day he would have wanted to be known as Soft Mick.
Well, he was making a lot of shoes.
I love the history and etymology of language, man. It's beautiful, man. It's even better when you can bamboozle cunts with just the pure,
sorry, I just want to point something out. Your real language would have been Gaelic, wouldn't it?
Yep. Never been able to speak a word out in my life. There's a couple of words that I've grown up knowing, but like, this is what happened to me. Like, Gaelic, you've been
Englishified by the great English.
Get ran out with the redcoats, man. But
so have the Welsh and the Irish.
See, if you look at the what's the word I'm looking for? Right, you know the maps that show you the fucking how tall and how deep it is, shows you all the different levels. Right, so if you look at this, sounds stupid, but it's like it makes sense. If you look at Scotland, there's the Highlands and then there's the Lowlands. The Lowlands is the central belt. That's always been very cosmopolitan, because it's been such a strategically important part of the whole British Isles, because it's the smallest part for east to west. So if you're an army or anybody in fucking any position of power, you want to control Edinburgh, you want to control Glasgow, because if you want to get your armies or anything from east to west, boom shakalaka, Glasgow, Edinburgh to Glasgow, and it's all lowlands, it's no mountains and shit. That's why, like, the lowlands of Scotland was always more cosmopolitan And whereas you had the lowlands where all the Highlanders, or the Highlands where all the Highlanders came from, funnily enough. But it was just that strategic difference because of the geography back in the day. So we've always been no anglified as such. I mean, the England didn't have to do any clearances down in Scotland, down in the lowlands. It was all in the Highlands. My town, if you a village town, so Houston, I don't know what, an hour and a half away from here, and that's on the south side of the Clyde, whereas like the Houston family over time swore an allegiance or was in tow with the McDonald clan. That's where our alliances are, and that's why my middle name is McDonald. I mean, fucking, oh god, that stuff fascinates me, man. But so like again, mate, it goes back to what maybe I fucking said a good couple of years ago. Mongrels, the lot of us, man. We're all fucking mongrels, man. We've all been bagged and tagged and shagged fucking over the years, man. Lots of different ports.
Think about it this way. You're speaking English, right? Everyone in America's speaking English. Everyone in Australia is speaking English. All the other parts of the world, it's their second language.
Sorry, mate, I get distracted by Alan talking about droop.
Well, England is the devil, isn't it? That's rippling out.
Well, mate, here's the thing that, and I don't know how real this is or just my fucking Jesus and toast, right? But like, if you were a Don or King Dong or whatever, right? Would you really start shitting on your own doorstep? Would you really start fucking?
Well, people do that though, don't
they? They do, but the successful ones last longer without doing that. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you think about all the people that, let's just use drug barons for example. Well, look, here's the thing, mate. Right, you might know the word on the street down your neck of the wood, right? So you'll be able to relate this. Who lasts longer, the dons or the people swinging their dongs? Right,
the international banking system lasts longer.
But who controls the fucking? I'm talking about your organised crime. Basically, that's what I'm talking about, mate.
They're all using pounds and pence, aren't they?
They're all using shell company after shell company after shell company after shell company after shell company. Fucking that shit away very good, and then killing off the accountant, hiding it so well.
There are quite a few accountants been killed in history, aren't there?
Fuck. Profitable and dangerous business by the sounds of things, man.
But it's all one big thing, isn't it? Moving through time. Like the next thing we're going to have is that there'll be no cash in society. It will be dead, but like that's the next thing that's going to come, isn't it? You'll be digital.
My DNA shows Scottish, Irish, Welsh, and Celtic DNA. Not always. Have you got ginger boys? Mate, you'll be able to tell if he's got ginger boys if he laughs at that or like Alan's like that. I'm only joking, man. Oh, come on.
Well, has he got ginger balls? Because he's got no hair on his head, so I don't know if he's got ginger balls.
No, he's asking the other dude. I think he's like a dude chasing his genealogy back to Scotland, and Alan said, has he got ginger balls? It's because...
Is there anything wrong with ginger balls?
Yeah, depends. It depends what you're into, I suppose, doesn't it?
I'm glad I ain't got ginger balls. when I look at my balls now, what I don't want to see is grey hair sprouting. Jesus Christ. That's when I'm going to kill myself.
Right,
When I see
mate.
grey pubic hair, I'm out. I'm going.
Have you started having to shave your earlugs? Your ear, what do you use to call your earlugs?
Fuck a motherfucker.
No,
Don't shave. You never shave your ears.
I need to shave my ears, man. Like sometimes I'll be like,
you set it off.
what do you mean set it off, mate? I'm standing there and there's a fucking. I'm not even. Might be exaggerating a wee bit, but I'm talking about a hair coming out my earlug and it's like almost nearly hitting a meter. And I'm like, I need to take care of that bad boy, man.
Brother, that's why you pluck. Or you burn with a lighter. It's up to you. But you never shave your earlobes because they're going to grow out like motherfucking. They're going to be like. They're going to be like. They're going to be like Vietnamese snipers on steroids if you're not careful, mate.
No, but I think what you're saying there, mate, the burning thing, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll tell you what, mate, when I've had the... typically when I notice it's when I'm in my lift and I'm just staring at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck? And I do plot them.
I've done deep dive videos on this subject, by the way. And my advice is don't shave them, because when you shave things, it sends some like message to the rest of them.
Like a fucking it's like here troops, come and help me out.
So all I do is when I see a long one, I just pull it.
Oh,
you've got to be very careful. Shaving your earlobes means like you'll never be cold. Why'd you get hair in your ears? Can I tell you why?
Keep you warm.
It's a wind defense.
It's like that's the same. Well, why do you get hairs in your nose then?
Well, that's so that you're not breathing in particles.
You're ahead of the game, mate. You're ahead of the game.
I'm well ahead of the game on this one.
Right, we need to
why do men go bald?
Too much testosterone.
No, it's to release the temperature when you get exerted.
All right, cool down effect. Makes it easier to lose. I get that.
I'm thinking about writing a pamphlet on this because I've worked all this out, being a barber for 25 years.
So what's happened to King Billy then, man? Has he been wanking over Kate too much? And he's like, and he's just started losing his hair while he's fucking coming over a wee Katie.
Why do the Jews wear a skull cap?
To hide their baldy bit. I used to know this as well.
Correct. That isn't the real answer, but that's what I like to use as a real answer.
Makes perfect sense to me. Fucking some baldy Jew like that. Yeah, this is religious now.
Do you remember in history, do you remember what were they called? You know, when all the men wore wigs and makeup. Then before the Napoleonic Wars, they had to masculise all the men again.
Aye, because it was all your paupers that were...
They're all fucking shagging each other. They were all bent as 9 bob nuts.
Hold on, mate. You were talking about Alexander the Great the other day.
Well, Alexander the Great was a gay.
Oh, mate, he was pumping everything. Fucking moved, man. Woman included. But back then, the Greeks didn't have a name for the Macedonians.
Oh, that's because you've watched
Netflix.
The Netflix Alexandra.
Well, I had touched bits on it. It isn't the complete picture that I've got. It's part of the picture.
In ancient Rome, there was, can't think what his name was, but they used to like laugh at him because he'd only shag men, but he wouldn't shag women. It wasn't that he was shagging men; it's that he wasn't shagging women as well.
Well, the first time I touched upon this dynamic, right? Well, there was a few times, right? It was during Shakespeare, right? When you touch base with Shakespeare, because it was like, oh wow, wives were, because women weren't allowed to be actors, so it was all guys acting like women, and they were all butt fucking like motherfuckers. And then like that was hundreds of years after the Greek tragedies, as they were typically known, which was your modern day Coronation Street and EastEnders.
The Elliot. Is it called the Elliot?
All a bunch of dudes shagging each other like motherfuckers, man. And I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm just observing what's happening. And then people wonder why the BBC's so full of fucking poofs and fairies. The way of the world.
The only thing that's changed is Christianity. In reality, homosexuality is as even monkeys fucking do it, don't they? Like, you know, so I always like to look back to the monkeys. You know, the way the monkeys live in their natural habitat. Right? And there's nothing new going on. But like for a certain period of time, Christianity went, oh, well, that's wrong. You see, so I'm not. Look, you're here for a bit. You live your life. You do whatever you want to do. You wear women's clothes. You shag other men. It doesn't really matter. But like the truth is, just a stream going forward, aren't we? And in this, we get these people going, I'm Katie Hopkins, and I don't, and I'm a Nazi fucking Zionist cunt, but I'm going to tell everyone else to fucking what to be afraid of. If Jamie came here tomorrow and went, Dad, I've got something to tell you, I said, what's that? He went, I'm gay. I wouldn't give a flying fuck.
Mate.
And he knows that.
Like, listen, I need to be honest. I've recently started getting extremely turned on with Katie Hopkins for some reason. She's got this weird fucking mischievous school mistress fucking vibe going on, and she's turned into a good bit of a MILF, man.
You want a rich Jewess then, don't you?
I wouldn't mind, man. It's better than fucking no Jewess.
Better than the palm.
No, but like joke aside, man.
Better than the palm with an elastic band.
Exactly. Yeah, we agreed to leave the elastic band in last night's chat, but no, but no, mate. Like, I just had to admit that wee thing, man. I don't know what it is. I think like well, I do know what it is. I've watched a couple of her fucking YouTube videos, and she's doing these weird fucking things. At night time, having a glass of wine and shit, and she's been batshit crazy. Well, like concentrating on the humour rather than fucking anything worth saying. And that's what I like. She's taking the piss. I mean, granted, like I would just need to. I just need to take. I would need earplugs. I think I could do it. But what I'm saying is, if it didn't get politics, if it didn't get into the politics, John Luch. I like Katie Hopkins. Well, good on you, my friend.
Is it because... Hey, Kit.
Yo, bud.
She's a bit mannish, though, isn't she? Are you fighting you inner demons?
No, mate. It's sort of like the thing that resonates with me when she gets that strict schoolmistress look about her. Because that's what she does. I think she starts the videos with a pair of glasses on and all that. And then she starts getting tanked up a wee bit. And then lets her hair down. And you're like, oh, miss, stop drinking wine when the fucking school's been let out, man.
But she is a great example of what I'm trying to point out. She is a white Nazi Jew.
Oh, aye, she does look like a Jewess, man, aye. I can see that.
Oh, she's a Jewess. But she's a Zikal Nazi Jew.
What do you mean a Zikal Nazi, man? What do you mean a Zikal Nazi Jew?
Well, she's far right. Ask her what she thinks about Tommy Robinson. She'll say he's brilliant.
Well, I get that, man. She seems she definitely, and this is maybe just my sexual fantasy as well, she definitely seems more of a fascist than a Nazi. Because she just wants to be in complete control, no voting, no fucking if-buts or maybes.
She's a Nazi, far-right, Zionist, shill, Jewess. That's what I'm trying to say. The Jews want to complain about the eradication of the Jews in Nazi Germany, when in reality they are no better. They're quite happy. Do you know the Hiroshima bomb? Do you know that the Hiroshima bomb's been topped by the amount of explosives they've fucking actually thrown at Gaza? Did you know that?
I definitely know that, but I could believe it, mate. I've not heard that stat before.
It's apparently true.
No, I believe you, mate. The amount of fucking munitions that's been flung in that fucking... Let's be honest, it's a fucking dust bowl, isn't it?
You're there and your high-rise flats and they just flatten it. Look, and who's behind it? Who's behind it? England and America. Feeding it.
You could even expand that a wee bit more, mate. It's no that I'm off a different page, right? And I hate to use these tag words, but you'll know what I'm talking about. The military-industrial complex. Because if you go and and it is, you can Google this shit out of this. Go and look at the biggest arms producers in the world, right? And you can see who they are, what side they're on. A lot of them are for America and Britain. A lot of them for other places. And you can, or even just Google fucking who's supplying the most fucking love bombs and bullets to Israel. Right, Britain and America's up there, but you've got France, you've got Germany, you've got, I think it's Austria, all sorts, man.
Yeah,
Sweden, Norway.
I think I need to point something out here, Kit. That Israel actually sells arms to all these little factional war zones on planet Earth. Did you know that?
I knew they were part of the industrial complex, but aye.
Well, they're part of the neocon. You know what neocons mean, don't you?
It was Bush and all that shit, man. Cheney.
Well, it's not Bush. The
Cheney,
neocons.
It was the background stuff. It was like what was it like? It's the same way of the fucking truth movement, because it was like neoliberalism when they were trying to take away conservatism in America. They tried to hijack conservatism in America, and they created this term neocons, and it was just basically a fracture in the conservatives. What's happening right now?
Slow down. Neoconservatives typically advocate the unilateral promotion of democracy and interventionism in international affairs, grounded in a militaristic and realist philosophy of peace through strength. They are known for espousing opposition to communism and political radicalism. That's the Google definition, so it must be true. What they are is it's the English and Americans funding Israel to bomb fuck out of the package.
Well, that's a simplification, mate, aye.
Yeah, I've simplified it already. It's a race war.
I agree with you, but disagree at the same time. It's not about race, it's about not even heritage.
Of course
it's just
about, it is about race, my brother. Because the Jews,
bombing people because they're brown, mate.
The Jews in the centre of Israel are all white, and they've surrounded themselves with darker coloured Jews.
Nobody's getting bombed because of their perceived race. They're getting bombed because of their loyalty to a perceived race. It's just wordplay, right? It's just wordplay, but I'm being serious. It's like it's like the IRA fucking Catholic thing.
Right. Why why in South Africa, right? Why in South Africa, right? Are the actual black South Africans now in control of the situation, which is a bit of an illusion, but I don't want to go too deep into it. What was that about?
How did the apartheid shit happen or finish?
No, we're on about modern day now.
Well, I've never looked too deep into it, but if we're looking from outside, it seems like neo-colonialism.
It's because it's black and white. Why are the leaders, the political leaders in South America, why are the political leaders in South America lighter skinned than the general population?
Because of class. Because your general population all comes from slavery, which in America is fucking everybody loses their shit over. But down in South America, like the people in charge come for a different caste, different class, which was the Spics. Can you say that still? The Spaniards that came over.
Everything comes down to race. On a geopolitical sphere plane, everything comes down to race. And that's why what the point I'm making is that the white-looking Europeans, right, are at war with the slightly darker Semitic Palestinians, and because we're England and America, we will fund Israel to bomb fuck out of them. Because that's what Winston Churchill did it. He's wrote books on it. You know, Winston Churchill was a bit of a cunt, but he said, basically, he said, like, you know, we are pro-Zionist because we can put a load of white Europeans in the Middle East, you see, before nuclear bombs existed. It's a race war. Everything's a race war. Look in Australia. You've got loads of white people, right? And the Aborigines are treated like shit, aren't they?
Well, look what's happening now, mate, with Iran getting painted as a new demon.
Look at before we do that, let's look at America. What about the American Indians?
Almost annihilated, stuck on wee reserves with casinos.
Race wars. What's an Uncle Tom, Kip? What's an Uncle Tom?
I forgot, mate. What is it, man? Well, in fact, it's something to do with slavery. It's the owner of slaves or something, isn't it?
It is to do with slavery. What I'm trying to say to the people that are watching your video in the future is everything, in my opinion, I might be wrong, but everything, in my opinion, boils down one way or another to the colour of your fucking skin.
Do you think it's that, or were you healthy though, bud? Right.
I just know it's true. I know it's the way that the world works, you see.
Right. Without mentioning Pacifics and all that, right? But let's say fucking Dangerous Dave here is in charge of the world, right? And he's the fucking king to be, or the fucking king dong at that point of time. And he's found himself a good bit of fucking brown or black poontang, even yellow poontang, and he's loving it. So he gets an heir to the throne, or gets some kids or some kin after that. He's like that boy or that heir, and unfortunately that's the way it works, whatever you want to say, would have so much power, but they couldn't fucking exert it because of religious beliefs. But I still think they would have that thing. So it's no race, it's where you're fae. You know,
right, I've got a question then. How can I watch Sally with Linda, who's a black woman, right? And when the adverts come on, she says, "There's no fucking white people on these adverts, is there?"
That's because we're staying in a world with crazy they overcompensate.
That's because you're in a race war.
Aye, or it's advertisers bowing down to fucking what they think or what they're fucking, what do you call it? The wee groups. What do we call it? Well, they have the wee groups, didn't they? They get a bunch of cunts in and fucking ask them what they think of this. And usually the groups are meant to be like a spectrum of the demographic, and one, just to see too much white, right, too much black.
Well, right, I've got a question then. Why do the white European-looking Jews call the darker Semitic Jews nigger Jews in Israel?
Well, I don't know this for sure. I don't know the intimacies yet, but I do know, just like every other country in the world, there's 1,000,001 different hierarchical groups within that. Like, your black Jew's different for your white Jew, your white Jew's different for your brown Jew, and they all claim heritage for fucking every fairy story under the sun, and start going when they're speaking to you about it and shit. But and it's the same as us, mate. Like, we stay in Britain. Britain's a fucking small country. We need to go a mile or less before we're figuratively speaking, we want to batter fuck out of some cunt because of their football team or their accent.
Right, I've got a question then. Why did African asylum seekers get injured in the Tel Aviv riots?
When were the riots? What Tel Aviv's riots?
Well,
the recent ones.
Listen, right? The whiter looking people don't like the darker looking people, and the darker looking people don't like the lighter looking people. All over the world.
Well, that's no strictly true, mate. You're an example of it with your relationship. I've been an example in the past.
Listen, bro, that's strictly true.
Maybe between men swinging dicks, but no fucking strictly speaking, man. Like, here's the thing. See all the fucking laws that have disobeyed religion throughout the fucking times, mate. A lot of time it's been the white man, right? I'm just using this, but like it's been that colour, fucking that colour, or the slave, or somebody that wasn't allowed. I mean, look at St. Valentine, right? Won't bounce into that mythology, man. That's all fucking beautiful fucking stories and shit. And that's echoed 1,000,001 times through time, in the sense that all these preconceptions about white, black, poor, pauper, caste, class, X, Y, and Z, when it boils down to it, man, a man wants to put his dick where he wants to put his dick. And it's a good thing, I think. It's healthy. Oh shit, man, I think my earphones are about to fucking run out.
The way that the world works, it's again, we're going to call it an oxymoron. Linda's lad had a kid, and he said, looking at a picture of himself, he said, "Oh, he's the same colour," because colour is the driving force, right? It's just the way that it is.
Here's another way to look at it, right?
Look at it however you want. Look at it however you want. The fact is, it's white and black. They're the opposing forces. They're the opposing powers.
Right, but who says at what point of time is that deemed to be good, bad, indifferent, a positive thing, a negative thing, so on and so forth? And what
it's bad when it's bad when you're a South African farmer.
Well, this is what I'm
saying,
and
a load of blacks come in and rape you and murder you, isn't it?
Here's the thing, man. I would argue a lot of these things have changed over time. like in the sense, I think the story you were saying there would be a perceived black dude in a majority white country, which has the perception of being the underdog.
With big dongers. With big dongers.
Big dicks. But you know what I mean, mate? Like, there's that perception that you're going to get a real or not. I can't comment, right? But what I mean is, like, there's that perception that's already there. Maybe it is the case sometimes. Maybe it's not the case. Oh fuck, my earphones are running it. But there's that fucking perception that fucking it's like a harder start in life and shit, man, innit? But then when you're a white guy with a small dick, you're like, no chance.
Right, all right. I'm gonna ask you another question then. What does Netanyahu look like to you?
Oh,
when you see him on the news.
There's an American. Oh, he's a fucking pasty white looking motherfucker like me, man.
Right.
Exactly like me, man. Grey hair, grey straight hair. He's not got a Jew.
He didn't have grey hair when he was younger. Didn't have grey hair when he was younger.
You're joking. He didn't pop out his most fanny with grey hair.
He had that blacker. See, I'm at a bit of an advantage here because I have actually buried myself in all this crap for many, many years. I think you do realise that, don't you? But what I'm saying is, what they've done is they've surrounded themselves with darker Jews around the core, where they're in the middle. And they've surrounded themselves with darker Jews. The darker Jews have got more in common with the Palestinians. Netanyahu is an accurate representation of the colour of the soldiers in the IDF.
Mate, you read my mind. Do you know what I was about to say there? I was going to say, go and look at your average IDF soldier who's brown and can't speak English. And then look. Do
you want to know why that? Do you want to know why that is, Kip? Because I'm a mind reader.
Clairvoyant motherfucker.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, like, everything happens for a reason.
Rangers only 1-2-0. Fuck it.
See, you're being bamboozled with football now.
No, man, I love my bread and circuses, man. A bit of bread and circuses never done anybody any harm.
Sorry.
But I'm gonna call. Fuck, what's that we've done now, man? That's fucking 8 bells, man. That can't be fucking 4 hours of shit, man. But
time flies.
People leave comments about what's probably the best time and date if you want to do this regularly and whatnot, man.
Well, it doesn't matter if they want us to do it regularly. It's not up to them, is it?
Aye, but
we do what we want to do. It's our internet. It's our right to speak when we want to speak. I do it sometimes. I think I do it myself, and I think. I think, like, I'll do a video, then I think, oh, have I overdone it? Like, and then I think, who the fucking hell? What's it got to do with any cunt? If I want to do a video and say anything I want to say, luckily, that's what we have to fight for now.
Mate, I'm not suggesting otherwise, but if there's going to be a regular thing with a regular people, because, what'd you call it? Fucking, it's no synchronicity, it's regularity, I think's the word I'm looking for. Regularity, because then people know what's happening. Fucking Jalember at fucking 4 o'clock, whether it's once a week.
Yeah, but you're doing a poll. Would you like me and Crossman to, like, make this a regular? It's not up to them. It's up to us.
I said suggest times and dates that people would prefer.
Oh, right. Well, my best time, I reckon, would be Saturday at 6 o'clock. But is that going to overlap EastEnders or Coronation Street?
Maybe some football one night, mate. No, but you're
You know, the football might be on, right? You know, you gotta go in when the going's good.
I can give live updates to the soccer man scores and all that. It's no problem, man. But fuck's sake, mate, I think that is 4 hours we've done, man. Near enough now.
Another thing we could do is when we have a ramble, we could record that and we could upload that as well. You know, when Alan's in and all that.
Well,
give them content.
Alan's in a different world now, but he's obviously welcome. Gordon might be in on a fucking chit chat at points, depending if he's been.
Right, Kit, end the stream. Just end it now. Stop it.
Fuck you all. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs it up. I'll get cross.
Will be one. One is the actual reality of reality.
Crossman.
Peace.
Crossman, did you put something in the chat? I think you did.
Love you all. Love you all.
Crossman's channel's in the chat, so you can all get the direct YouTube channel for that. But it'll be out and about, man. Thanks, everybody, right? And sub up, all that jazz.
Big up yourselves. Keep it real. Don't panic. Fuck them all. If the nuclear bomb us, we can enjoy it. Because we're out of here then, aren't we?
As well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep